Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is James. I am the box office artist. Welcome to the stream, the daily stream. We've been having a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun with these daily streams. And apologies for the lateness of today. I'll be honest with you. I woke up a little bit late. That's what happened. But that's not going to stop us from streaming. Okay, so we are going to do Ben 10 again.
You did Ben 10 already, James. James. You did Ben 10 already, James. You did that already, James. Why did you? Were you doing Ben 10 again? Why, James? Why?
Well, first of all, I'm going to do it better. That's the thing. I wanted to do it, and I want to do it better. Okay? But that's what I hear whenever you guys say that in the chat.
Why did you do it, James? Why did you do it?
Because I'm going to do it. That's why I'm going to do it. So all good. All good. If you want me to do something else, I'm going to have many more streams. But I got to draw a much bigger piece, and I'm going to do it much better. I was looking at the old one, and I'm like, okay. It was okay. But now I'm going to try to do it better than what I did before. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and if you didn't like it, that's fine. I get it. I totally get it. Just come back in a couple days, and I'll be working on another piece. Okay, so there you go. I am feeling a little bit better. A little bit better than yesterday. So slowly getting there, guys. Slowly, but surely. But you know what's going to make me feel even better is if you guys comment in the community chat. Once again, go to my page here. Okay. So just say you are in my page here. Go to my channel here. So in my channel, go to community. Go to ask me anything while I draw Ben 10. Okay. And another reason why I'm drawing Ben 10, you guys voted for it. You didn't want me to do Ben 10? Vote something else. Vote something else. There you go. And then here, ask your questions here, okay? And it's unfortunate, like, I am dying to do a One Piece drawing. I really am. I am dying to do a One Piece drawing. But you guys, you have spoken. So this is your fault. Why are you doing Ben 10 again? You picked it. You guys did that. You did. Not me. You. Let's get going. All right, guys. So let's go here, and I am gonna sort by newest first. So you know, with all these things, I start off pretty good, and then we see how the health goes afterwards. So let me just pull up my Ben 10 reference here. So I want it to be better. Like the other one I did, like I was doing a lot of hiding. Before. So this time around, let's make it better. Okay, next question. Okay, first question here. Oh, is that my question? Okay, yeah, here we go. From Harry Klein, can you do a Fast and the Furious car drawing where the cars form a picture? That sounds like fun. Which brings me back to when I did one of the very first drawings that I did on this channel was a Fast and the Furious drawing. I believe that was the third video, I would like to say. Which was a Fast and the Furious drawing. And that was the very first time that my work was colored by a longtime contributor of mine, Mr. Thomas Mason, who has colored many of my pieces. And I am happy to say that last night, my friend Thomas and I, we reached the deal where he's going to be coloring a lot of the pieces that he's going to be coloring a ton of the pieces that I'll be working on here in these morning streams, because you guys know I don't have a lot of time, and as much as I would like to color all these things myself, I just don't have the time. So my friend Thomas, he's gonna actually come in and pitch in and help with the colors. And hopefully that will get these videos out sooner. I would love to get it back to when I was able to get the video out the same day. That's probably not going to happen for a while, but that was good times when I was actually able to get the videos out the same day as the live stream. But that's definitely not possible now. But I can get the videos out quicker now, thanks to my buddy. Thanks to my buddy Thomas, because you go back and forth and you think to yourself, okay, whenever you hire somebody, you think to yourself, where can I save time? And for myself, the two most valuable places where I could save time is coloring and editing. And since so I am asking myself, where can I possibly have get the better bang for my buck, as we say. And right now it's coloring, because editors, I have to hire more. Editors are actually more expensive if I were to hire an editor. So I'm like, where would I rather spend my time? And I think actually I'd rather spend my time editing than what's it called? Than coloring. I do enjoy coloring. I will color from time to time, but now with my buddy Thomas on board, I could get these videos out to you much faster. So please do follow my buddy Thomas. By the way, his name is he's Mental Studios on Instagram. You can follow him on there. He does. He's colored for Rob Liefeld. He's colored. He's a professional's professional. He's done a lot of work. So happy to have him. On board. So, anyway, okay, next question. From Zubair. Says, I love you, James. I want you to draw Humongosaur. All right, and I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of you, Zubair. I have no idea what that is. No idea. Sounds like fun, but I have no idea what it is, my friend. Can't draw it if I don't know what it is. Humongosaur. You guys know what a Humongosaur is? So there you go. Again, guys, if you want me to comment on your comments, the best place is actually not the chat. It's actually the community tab. So that's where you go. Community tab. Go write your comments and questions there. Of course, super chats are always welcome, but not 100% necessary if you want. But I will prioritize, of course, super chats. If you want to super chat in, that's totally up to you. I will read those immediately, super chats. But if you want to, everybody can comment in the community tab, and I will definitely answer there. Okay. One second here, guys. So I just want to get Ben out of the way so I can do the fun part, which is drawing the aliens. I want to draw the aliens. That's gonna be more fun than this. So let's see here. Just give me a little bit. Up. Where's my reference? There we go. There it is. Oh, not that one. La 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 la. Pictures like The Rock. Well, I want him to look like The Rock. There you go. Next question. Coming from Harry Klein. He wants me to draw Muhammad Ali versus Mike Tyson. That'd be fun. Because that's the thing with these Marvel styles. That would be fun actually to do like real life people and how they would look in this sort of style without getting quote unquote too controversial. We don't get. This is not a place to be controversial, my friends. It's not. No controversy here. Though controversy does create cash, as they say. Okay, so let's go ahead. Zubair says I inspire them. Now they have more than 500 subscribers. Congratulations. You know, sometimes people, 500 subscribers. If you really think about it, that's like a whole movie theater full of people, man. Whole movie theater full of people. Good for you. Keep going. Because sometimes, you see these gigantic numbers and you can't even fathom what they actually mean. I want 1 million subscribers. You know how many people that is? 1 million people? That's a lot of people. Most towns aren't even 1 million people. So when you get 1 million views on a video, you're like, man, you know how many people is actually 1 million? That's a lot. That's a lot of people, man. So good for you, Zubair. Good job. Keep going. Okay, for my friend Lost Soldier 212. How have you been, James? Getting there. Getting better. Let's see here. Hope everything is going well for you and your family. Who is your favorite X-Men? Well, since my favorite Marvel character in general is Wolverine. You go Wolverine. But, I'm always into the leaders. So, I always like Cyclops. I don't like his, I wish he was portrayed better in the movies. But I'm definitely a big Cyclops fan. I like Cyclops. Big Cyclops fan. But I also like Cable a lot. If you would call him an X-Man, I guess he was an X-Man, or like X-Force. But a big Cable fan. Hold on, guys, just gonna blow my nose. I'm a big blow my nose fan. He still haven't shaken the cold. I just hope the runny nose goes away by the weekend. You guys know I have a show this weekend, so I'm hoping. Hoping that shake this. But yeah, on Cable, Bishop for sentimental reasons, because Will Portacio, legendary Filipino artist, created Bishop, so I was always a big Bishop fan. That's you gotta be careful when you add shadow to dude. Like, he's already more muscular than normal for a kid. But you know who he looks like to me right now? His build. You know my buddy Anthony Francisco? My buddy Anthony? his son Constantine looks as built as this guy. He's a young dude. He's like what, 12? No, he's a little bit older now. But he did like a lot of jujitsu and gymnastics. He was one of the most built 12-year-old I've ever seen in my life. This kid, my buddy Anthony Francisco, who we call him the father of Baby Groot. He designed Baby Groot. He designed the Dora Milaje for Marvel. But his son is one built dude. Don't want to mess with his son. Don't mess with his son. Big dude. Big dude. Next question here. From Lifelong Artist. It's been drawn his whole life. That's why it's the Lifelong Artist. There you go. It started when an alien vice did what it did. I guess so. There you go. There you go. Yes, it did. Sure did. Okay, so let's see here. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen it already, we put up a new video last night. I am hoping with the help of Thomas that I could get at least 2 regular videos out a week, if not 3. It would be great to have 3, but at the very least 2 regular videos out per week. So we had a brand new video out yesterday. If you guys wanted to take a look at it, it's where I took TD Brick's Lego figure and I drew it kind of in a Marvel style. If you guys want to check that out, it's on the channel right now. So go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Hello there, Party Poison. Good to see you again, my friend. Art Dad and the Misfits. Hello, my buddy. Art Dad, how am I feeling? A little bit better. A little bit better. Enough where I could talk today. Yesterday I was having a hard time talking. You guys know I'm trying to shake this cold. I've had it for a few days now, and progressively better. I think the fact I'm not sleeping that well, that's not helping at all. But doing the best I can, and hopefully today a little bit better, because I got stuff to do, man. I got stuff to do. As you guys know, I got my show coming up, so getting ready for that. You know, trying to get that done. Okay, so let's go here. There should be some new comments. Oh, a whole bunch of comments came in here. A whole bunch came in. So let me go in order. Okay, so again, guys, if you want me to answer your questions, go to the community chat. Of course, you could always super chat. I will always prioritize super chat over anything else, but you don't really need to. You just go to the community chat. I will answer all of those during the stream. Okay, so I do take a look at the regular chat from time to time, but for the most part, my focus is on the drawing and on the community tab. So it's probably the best place to, if you want to ask me a question. Good morning, Bob. See, I do look at the chat. Good morning, Bob. How you doing, buddy? Let's see here. Next question. Yeah, he looks jacked for a 10-year-old Cosmic. Again, I have in mind my buddy Anthony Francisco. His son Constantine. He's a beast, man. That kid. He looks like him. He has a build like him, because he does gymnastics and he does jujitsu. So he's a very muscular kid. So that's what I have in mind when I'm drawing Ben 10. So my buddy Anthony Francisco's son. That's who I'm drawing right now. There you go. Anyway. Next question here. Again from our dad. One Piece and Metal Gear are the 2 I'm really waiting for. Yes. But they lost. I blame you guys. It's your fault. It's your fault. The people have spoken. The people have spoken. But James, you're the one who put it in the poll. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I won't deny that. It's my fault. You are correct. But I really do want to do it. I really, you know, it's looking like the only way I'm going to do One Piece is if I don't put it in a poll. I'll just do it. It's looking like the only way I get to do. But I did want to do a new Ben 10 piece. So, which is why I did put in the poll. I really wanted to do a better one than the one I did in the past. So hopefully it's better. Hopefully it's better. We'll see. It's better. Okay, so, but excited for those as well. There are dead. We will do One Piece eventually. We will do One Piece eventually. So this particular piece, I will say though, we might be doing this for 3 days. We might be doing this for 3 days, depending on how far I get. Because it's Ben 10. There's 10 aliens plus Ben, so that's 11 characters. And I want to do each character justice. So there could be a real shot we're doing this for 3 days as opposed to 2. You guys know I like to finish my drawings in 2 days. I always like to do something new every 2 days. But this might be an instance where I want to do might spend 1 extra day to get this right. So. Yes, we are doing the original Ben 10 there, bro. We are doing the original Ben 10. Okay, so from Xeno. Xeno Goku. I got a weird one from you. He's got a weird one, guys. Buckle up, buckle up. Got a weird one. Here we go. Here we go. Let's hear your weird suggestion there, Xeno. Would you ever draw the Lunatics? It's basically the superhero version of the Looney Tunes. It's a cartoon. You know what? That sounds like a lot of fun. I would actually really like to do that. Keep that. I will tell you. My buddy Xeno. Whenever I put up that poll, I ask you guys what to draw. So I always do that when we're about to start a new drawing. I ask you guys for ideas. Put that in, okay? Because I'm going to forget. I guarantee I'm going to forget. So put that in, okay? So remember that, because that is something that sounds like a lot of fun to do, okay? I wouldn't mind doing the Lunatics. Lunatics. So that's a great suggestion. Okay, from Webmaster. It's the master of the web. Webmaster, longtime viewer of mine. Let's do a Xenomorph versus Predator in the Marvel style. Again, we were talking about this before. Maybe. I'll give you a maybe with that one, but I would rather do things that are a little bit more family friendly. Like Ben 10 is a lot more family friendly. Family friendly. A little bit more family friendly than that. So like, unless it's something that I really want to do, like, I think the closest thing to not family friendly I do is like Deadpool, and just because of the Marvel connection to it. But really, Deadpool is like really rated R. It's like really rated R. But I would prefer to do things that aren't, so. I want to make kids of all ages will be able to watch, or people of all ages can watch my channel and enjoy what I'm doing. So I'd be apt not to do that kind of stuff, like Predator but again, you never know. You never know. Maybe one day I'll wake up and I'm like, hey, maybe we'll do it. So which is why, like I mentioned yesterday, like you're not going to see me do it. Or like Pennywise or any scary characters. You're probably not gonna see stuff. So I just need reference for the bracelet. So we'll see. So again, guys, if you want to ask me a question or you want me to comment, your better shot is in the community tab. Okay. So Mike Russell's like me, because he said, I'd love to see you draw some 80s cartoons. That's right, like Centurions, like you said, or Galaxy Rangers. But what's the average age of your viewers? I will say it's probably younger. YouTube definitely skews young. Younger, and even sometimes the age range they give you, it's a little deceiving, because they always say if if you look at your demographics, and they say, you know, for example, you have a lot that are in the teenagers, and then you have a lot in the like 35 and up, that probably means most of your audience is very, very young. Because a lot of the younger audience, they're using their parents' account. And the parents are like my age, right? So definitely a younger audience. Though I am of a different generation. So I definitely will be doing like Centurions and all that stuff. And I'm hoping, even though it probably won't intrigue the younger audience, at the very least if I could give them a little education of the older cartoons that we used to love, and then do it in a way that, draw it in a way that they would like. I think that would be a lot of fun to do. So Centurions is definitely one I would like to try my hand at. For sure. But then, of course, there's a lot of 80s properties I would love to do again. Like, a lot of them I've done before. Like, I've done a He-Man piece before. I've done a Thundercats piece before. I've done a Silverhawks piece before. Ones I haven't done. I would say, like Gargoyles. I would love to do a Gargoyles piece. I would love to do a Brave Star, maybe. You know. Like, I've done a Captain Planet piece long time ago. Like, stuff like that. Stuff like that. You never know. So, we'll see. We'll see. But thank you for the question, Mike. Okay, from Edward Yin. Edward. Who's helping me out. Hunungasaur is a Ben 10 alien. Oh, yes. There you go. There you go. I should have known that. I knew that. There you go. Also, I know that you draw Ben 10 a bunch, but if you have time, can you make a piece that is every single Ben 10 alien? Maybe. You know what we could do is I could do a whole bunch of pieces like this, and then maybe they would combine. We could totally do something like that. I was actually thinking about doing a piece with all the aliens. I actually was. Consider doing a Ben 10 piece with all the aliens. So, definitely not this time around. Let's focus in on the first ones, but definitely a solid suggestion there, Edward. Okay, next question from another longtime viewer, from LED Flashlight, Flash Flight. There you go. Hey James, we'll love the vids and the streams. Well, I love having you guys here with me watching. If you ever take a crack at drawing Michelangelo from the comic series The Last Ronin, I'm certainly your style would pull it off amazingly. Sure. You guys know we did that Ninja Turtles piece a few days ago, which was a lot of fun. I heard nothing but good things about The Last Ronin series. Nothing but good things about The Last Ronin series. So definitely something to consider for sure. But because I already did a Ninja Turtles, you know, you ain't did a Ninja Turtles? Because I already did a Ninja Turtle piece just very recently. Probably won't be for a while. But again, I've heard nothing but good things about the last Ronin series. So definitely a possibility, my friend. Definitely a possibility. From Shark Spark. Humungasaur is an alien from Ben 10. Yes. My apologies, guys. Little brain fart, as we say. Little brain fart, as we say. Love you, Andrew. Love you. I love you. There you go. From Natran, Gerard. Welcome, my friend. And I see you really active in the chat. Hey, it's me again. Hello, it's me. I've been wandering around. From T-Dogs. Love the name of it, T-Dogs. Hi, James. What was the first comic book you purchased and at what age? Also, favorite artist you looked up to when you first started drawing? Thanks. Okay, thank you for a great question there, T-Dog. T-Dow. The first comic I ever got was actually... you guys know my buddy Mark Michael, who worked with me for a long time. One of my best friends in the world. We've been family. Well, he's like family because I've known him ever since he was born. He got me into comics. I wasn't really a comics guy when I was younger. I was more into baseball cards. I loved to draw, but I wasn't into comics per se. I was more into, if I was collecting something, it was baseball cards. And he's the one who actually got me into collecting comic books in high school. But my first comic was actually bought by his dad. His dad bought me my first comic book because whenever we'd go over to his house, he would always like, let's go to the comic book store. So we went to the local comic book store. Back then it was called the Friendly Neighborhood Comic Book Shop. That's what it was called. Friendly Neighborhood Comic Book Shop. And I bought my first comic. It was like an Avengers comic. I forgot which one. It was an Avengers comic book. I don't remember which one. I definitely don't have it anymore. Most likely, too, I probably crumpled it up right away. Like, I didn't, you don't know anything about keeping pristine comics and keeping it, in their best form. You just read it back and forth, and then you crumple it up. That's what I used. That's what I did. That was a long time ago. I don't remember. I think it was like early teens. I didn't start collecting comics seriously until the Image Comics boom, which is about the early 90s. So not till I was maybe 13, 14. That's when I really started getting interested in comic books itself. But again, I didn't really until my last year of high school. And when I say want to be a comic book artist, I didn't consider that I could actually do it for a career, for a job, until my last year of high school. Because, all through high school, you think to yourself, okay, I got to get myself a real job. My parents want me to be a doctor. You try to go into medicine. That's what you think to yourself. And then it was my last year of high school, it kind of clicked. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I don't want to be a doctor. I want to do art for a living. That's why I was poor. So, the favorite artist when I looked up, definitely Jim Lee. He was the very first one. That X-Men #1 at the time was all the rage. That X-Men #1. Considering this was at a time, guys, when doing issue number ones, it was, you don't see it. Back then, you didn't see new number ones at all. So not having an issue #1 was very valuable at the time. So you hardly saw it. And then there's a brand new X-Men #1, so everyone went crazy to get it. And the artwork was phenomenal. So that was probably the very first artist I looked up to was, and still do look up to Mr. Jim Lee. So there you go. From Nature and again, who is your favorite character? My favorite character. If we go Marvel DC, again, nothing too fancy. Batman Wolverine. Yeah, nothing fancy about that. I know a lot of people use Batman Wolverine, but my favorite. Next question from Webmaster Humongosaur. He's the dinosaur, one of the transformation of Ben 10. Thank you very much. Humongosaur. Sorry, guys, I messed up earlier. Now all of you gotta just tell me, James. Yep. You messer upper. James. You messed up, James. Yes, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Cosmic, how are you doing? Thank you for the wonderful question, Cosmic. Better? Feeling a lot better this morning. I am feeling much better this morning than I was yesterday. Yesterday, I was kind of dying during the stream. I'll be honest. I don't want to throw around that. But I was trying to get through that stream yesterday, so. And we got through it. The artwork could have been better. As we say, CBB. It definitely could have been a lot better than what I did, but we got through it. And I thank you guys for helping me get through that stream yesterday. But feeling much. We'll see how we do it. Mac Tackle says, that looks great. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Next question here. From Brody Limbruggen. Are you drawing the Green Power Ranger? No, not this one. We did our tribute to... Well, it's not even a tribute, but we drew, just to remember the memory of Jason David Frank yesterday. Again, very tragic, very, very tragic. And the condolences to his children and his family. But we did do the white. I didn't want to do, because everybody was doing it, right? Everybody was drawing all of his Rangers, and I wanted to do something different. That's why I decided to do his Zord instead yesterday. And I didn't do a lot of people asking why I didn't do the Dragon Zord, which is his most famous Zord, and the reason was because I did it already. I drew it before, and Hey, James, you're drawing Ben 10 again. Yes, but mechs are much harder. Mechs are much harder than drawing this stuff. So I wanted to draw a mech, and I wanted to draw it, differently. So that's what we did yesterday. We had a lot of fun doing it yesterday. If only I wasn't so sick yesterday. If only I wasn't so sick yesterday. That was the issue. So. Next question. From Brody again. Brody, are you drawing? Oh, that's what we just answered. So yeah, we did that yesterday. So we are moving on now. Question, Carlos, can you draw Toy Story in 1,000 minutes? Nah. I think that it's unfortunate that Lightyear movie kind of soured the. If we're gonna be honest, it kind of soured the taste of the Toy Story franchise. Because the movie itself was a little bit controversial in that sense, and it didn't do well at all. The movie didn't do well at all. It kind of hurt the franchise. So that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because Toy Story is a great franchise. But that Lightyear movie, I don't know, man. It kind of turned a lot of people off. Which is unfortunate, but, it's reality. So, yeah, you probably won't see me be doing that. But besides, will I be doing those stuff? It is going to bring up a good question. Am I going to do those 1,000-minute drawings anymore? If I do, they would be like this, where it's like broken up into multiple sessions. It wouldn't be straight. There's 1,000 minutes. That's 16 hours and 40 minutes. So it's really, if we did that every stream, so that's 16 hours. So that's like 4 days, right? So it's like 5 days. It'd be like a full week of streaming for one drawing. So it depends what it is, but definitely not Toy Story. I probably wouldn't do Toy Story. So. Lost Soldier says, Wolf and Bishop are my favorite, especially Bishop from Age of Apocalypse. Absolutely. That was a great story. Love Age of Apocalypse. Have you been watching the World Cup? I have not. Go Canada. Is Canada still in it? That's because I told you, somebody asked me about the World Cup the other day. I'm like, yeah, I'm not interested because my teams are never in it. Like Philippines and Canada, they're never in it. But then, I believe Canada's in it this year. So okay, now I'm interested. now I'm a little bit more interested. But does that mean I'm going to watch the games? Probably not, because it's a time commitment, right? It's always about time commitment. I would rather read about Canada winning or losing than actually going and watching the game. Although it's fun, it would be fun. Like, it's a fun thing to do with friends, for sure. Watching a sporting event with friends is always a lot of fun. But for me personally, I would rather just read about who won. At the same time. I'm just gonna fix the audio right now. For some reason, my music is coming out on the TV. One second here, guys. 1 second. I'm just gonna fix the audio on my computer here. Oops. 1 second. Okay, there you go. That should be better. So I just won't hear that. Okay, so good luck to all of you. Whatever team you're rooting for, good luck to them. I'm sure they will do well. Next question. From Natran says, sorry. Why are you sorry? This is for no reason. Okay. Well, are you Canadian, Natran? Are you like me? You're Canadian? Sorry. Times, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being sorry. There you go. Elijah, my buddy Elijah's here. Elijah, Kieran, Emmanuel. There you go. Okay, so let's get to the main event while we're here. Okay, it's really not Ben. It's really the aliens. We're gonna get to the aliens now. We'll just erase some of these. I'm sure I'm happy with Ben first. That eye looks weird. Let me fix that eye. That's the thing. And I probably will go back and add a little bit more detail to Ben here. Muscular child Ben there. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see here. You are welcome. I will draw your child. Party Poison. Will you be able to watch Survivor Series this Saturday? Yeah, that I will watch. I'm watching Survivor Series. Can't wait. Can't wait for Survivor Series. I will watch all of the WWE pay-per-views because I pay for the WWE Network. And if I don't, I'm not getting my money's worth. So I pay, how much do I pay? I think I pay $20 a month. I pay $20 a month for the WWE Network, so I better use it. But definitely into Survivor Series coming up. Excited for Survivor Series, guys. Let me just pull up some reference here. So this is where what I really wanted to do. You guys know I love drawing big dudes. So me drawing, I believe this is forearms here, right? Get some forearms reference here. Forearms. We are doing forearms. Forearms time. But the best forearms you're ever gonna see. Not really. So one of the biggest differences between what I did before and what I'm doing today, definitely, like I'm drawing double the size. So you are going to get double the detail with all of these characters, for the most part. Okay? See, I'm not liking it, though. Right now, I'm not liking it. CBB. Could be better, guys. Could be better. Because I also want to really make sure I leave room, because there's 10 aliens. I gotta make room for everybody. So. Let's see. Next question from the People's Choice. From the People's Choice. Say, James, I've been a fan for a while now, and I'm really glad to see you getting back into what you love. I'm having a lot of fun, my friend. Having a lot of fun. I missed you, buddy. Me and my mom used to watch your 1 hour, 1 minute, 1 hour, 10 hour drawings. Every time you do it, so epic. There you go. Thank you, my friend. Out of curiosity, do you still remake your kids' drawings that used to be so awesome? And your mom style characters' outfits. First of all, thank you so much for watching all of my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. The reason I don't do my kids' style drawing is because they're older. They're old, and they, like my son, I would love to do more of his drawings, but he's just not into drawing. He's not. So we don't have. And it was nice when he was much younger. It was much cuter when he was younger. But now he's not really into drawing anymore. Not like he used to be. Not like he used to be. So, and my daughter, my youngest daughter, she loves drawing. She absolutely loves drawing. She draws in her style. So if I do it again, it would be hers, or it's yours. Because I was thinking about doing a couple things. I was thinking about maybe for a week, maybe in December, I could go ahead and. But I will give priority to those that are younger. So those are like early teenagers. I would give priority to you. Like, for example, if you send it to me and it's a really, really good drawing, I'm probably not going to do it. It's not like I'm trying to show you guys up or anything like that. But it's, let's be honest, it's cuter if it's like a really young person's OC that you turn into thing. It's very similar to what... or doing more of those Lego creations, because that's something that all of you could do. Like last night, what I did was I took TD Brick's Lego creation and I drew it in a Marvel style. So I'd like to do more like that. That would be a lot of fun. So if you guys created a character in Lego, and then I would draw it, or if you guys made like a skin, like a Minecraft skin, and then I drew it, that'd be fun. That would definitely be fun for me, you know. So, one buff 10-year-old. That is Gigi. There you go. So, we'll see. Okay, so I will put that call out for OCs and stuff a little bit later on. Okay. What you will need to do though is follow me on Twitter. You would need to do. I know, depending on your thoughts on Twitter. To be honest, that's probably the easiest way. To show me your work on the twits. On the twits. Twits. Show me your work on the twits. On the twits. Argentina versus Saudi Arabia right now. Woo! Go team you're rooting for. There you go. So next question here. From Elijah again. Forearms, heat blast, accelerates, ghost freak, great manner, way big, diamond head, upgrade, stink fly, wild mind, cannonball, wild mind, the original aliens. That's right. The ones are the ones I'm drawing today. Elijah. Those are the ones I'm drawing. Again, I don't mean to make fun of those that were complaining that I'm doing this again. I get it. I totally understand. But it's just something because I wanted to do a better job on it. And it's fun for me. That's why I wanted to draw it. Okay, so it's not very often you'll actually see me draw the same thing twice. But this is one of the times where I'm like, I think I could do a better drawing. It's just like, you guys don't know this, I actually did another PJ Masks drawing. You guys saw me draw PJ Masks in a Marvel style earlier. I did another one, and it looks way better. In my humble opinion, you guys can be the judge of that. In my humble opinion, I think it looks way better than what I did before. And hopefully you'll see that video very soon. Very soon. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Just sketch this out, guys. Sketch out this forearms here. Okay, next question here from my buddy Angel Bob, 1977. Always good to see you here every morning, my friend. Let's see. Would you be interested in a Disney villains pick? Scar, Jafar, Ursula, and so on. I check out your vids, but only find princesses, Toy Story, etc. What's your favorite Disney movie? Always love Mulan. Really distinctive animation. That's a great question. And most likely I will be doing that for sure. For sure, Bob. That would be a lot of fun. My favorite Disney movie, like, you know, I used to love those old Disney movies. You know? All those... all those different cartoons growing up. I would say like Aladdin's really up there as one of my favorites. Like you said, Mulan. I love Mulan. I always like that dude in Mulan, like the general guy. I forgot his name. We used to like him a lot. And of course, Mulan herself, of course. Let's see. Like all of them, right? Like I like Beauty and the Beast for sure. I like The Little Mermaid for sure. Like all of those things are ripe for me to do like a Marvel style version of them. So it definitely would be and like a villains piece. That would be a lot of fun. That would definitely be a lot of fun. Can I say something a little controversial? Can I say a little? You guys like it when I go into the controversy a little bit. You know, I try not to be so, but I will. You know that movie Turning Red? You guys know that movie Turning Red by Pixar? Very little divisive, and you would think I would like that movie because I'm from Toronto. A lot of Toronto-based imagery there. Some people can't get why. Some people can't get why people don't like that movie. Like, and I have friends on the internet that absolutely love that movie, and they don't get why people are complaining about that movie. I'll tell you why. Okay, this is coming from a guy with an Asian background. All right, not saying all Asian backgrounds are the same, but me personally. If I acted the way that girl acted to her parents, I wouldn't be sitting down for a week, at least. The disrespect that girl shows to her parents. So I think it's a cultural thing. I definitely think it's a cultural thing, because I think the girl who she's definitely Asian. So maybe her upbringing was just a little bit different. Because I would never be able to get away with talking to my parents the way that girl talked to her parents. There's no way. There's no way. So for me, it was a turnoff because it was very disrespectful to the parents, and I'm really, you know, and again, like everyone's situation is different, right? Everyone's situation is different. So I really think it depends on how you were brought up. It's very cultural, right? It's very cultural. So those who were brought up where that's the way they talk to their parents, okay, they love the movie. Okay, great. That's fantastic. Me personally, that's not how I was brought up. It's not how I was brought up, right? So, well, it's not just Turning Red. It's like Brave also. You guys watch the movie Brave? The way they disrespect their mom, and then the way she disrespects her mom in that movie. And the thing is, at the end, they get rewarded for it. It's like they get rewarded for disrespecting their parents, right? So I come from very, you gotta respect your parents, no matter what, right or wrong, they're your parents, you love them, and, so it's a very different, it's an upbringing thing. It's definitely, I think, the people who are brought up, who are raised in that manner, they're gonna love that movie. And that's great, fantastic. Those people who were brought up the way I was, we're not big fans of that. We're definitely not big fans of that. We're definitely not big fans of that. So we totally get it. You enjoyed that movie? If you enjoy Brave, good for you. And congratulations. Congratulations. That's great. That's great. Not for me. Definitely not for me. And as a father myself, because they apparently they do a feminine. Let's just call it a feminine hygiene joke. they have a little feminine hygiene joke in Turning Red, and then they're like, "Well, why you know?" People are like, "Why are you complaining about that joke?" Well, I'll tell you why. Parents, because the ones I hear who are not technically offended by that joke are the people who don't have kids. It's because now you're forcing me to explain something to my kids that I shouldn't be explaining to them at that age, at a young age. Now I gotta explain that feminine hygiene stuff to my younger kid, right? If it just say I had a 6-year-old, now I gotta explain that to them because you put that in your movie. You know what I mean? Now I'm kind of wary about a movie now whenever I put it in, right? So again, to each his own. You enjoy those movies, fantastic, great. But that's the other side. That's understanding why people are thinking we just dismiss it. No, it's an upbringing thing. That's how we were brought up, and everything. So that's why I was not a big fan of Turning. Sorry, has been a little bit of a miss for me with a lot of their recent stuff. But well, it is what it is, So anyway, next question here. So Angel Bob made me go on a little rant. I can't. Okay. So next question here. Lost Soldier 212. Speak of 80s cartoons, dinosaurs from 1987, right on, would be great in yourself. That'd be a lot of fun. Doing anything dinosaurs. I want to do a kaiju thing. And Angel Bob says, like in beauty movies, anyone can have their own opinion, equally valid. Absolutely. That's why I always say, guys, don't automatically dismiss another side. Everybody, whether you like a movie or hate a movie, I will never say that your opinion's not valid, because that's how you felt. That's how you felt. I don't get why people argue with somebody when they don't like a movie or they like a movie. I didn't like that movie, so you shouldn't like the movie. I don't get that. I don't get why people do that. You like that movie? Good for you. Awesome. Great. I perfectly didn't like it. Okay? Don't tell me I should like it. Like, I'm not going to tell you shouldn't like it, right? But there's a lot of people online who like to do that. Because I think for some people, they feel like it's validation for their point of view. Validation for their point of view, so people are like that. But, sorry, went away from Lost Soldier. But yeah, dinosaurs. I think, if anything, I'm probably going to be doing like a kaiju piece first before a dinosaur piece. But it's definitely something to consider there. Lost Soldier, so thank you very much. To each their own. That's right, Chris. To each their own. Natron says, can you do Android 2 chicken wing guns and the element of fire? Android 2 chicken wing guns and the element of fire. I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea. But because I don't understand, the answer is no. There you go. Elijah says, this is my favorite show when I was young. There you go. And still is. I'm very immature for my age. Is everybody? That's my age is too mature. I always think you're being immature or you're too mature. Who says that you have to act a certain age when you're that age? Who says you got to do that? Who says at the age of 35 you can't buy toys anymore? You know what I mean? Who makes up those rules? I always say, maturity is really in the eye of the beholder. Like you guys know, I'm in my 40s now, and I feel like a little kid all the time. So something you guys won't feel for a long time when you get to my age. Your body maybe feels like an old man, but your mind still feels like you were when you were 15. Or at least I do. So hey, if you're I don't know how old you are, Elijah, but if you're 18, you still like Ben 10, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Right, Angel Bob, I'm 45. He's like me. I love comics, toys, etc. If that makes me immature, then that's awesome. That's right. Call me immature, my friend. Call me immature. I still love toys. Still love toys. From Edward Yin. I once again come back with another question. But can you draw all the characters from Injustice games? The Injustice God Among Us and Injustice 2. If you don't know, Injustice is a DC fighting game. You're able to do this. You can maybe base the drawing off console versions of Injustice characters with original costumes that the character is to be from both games, like Batman. Can you draw Injustice 2 costume? It's a mouthful. And I hope you understand what I say. I do understand what you say. And the answer is no. That would be fun. I actually do love all those Injustice designs. I think they are pretty solid and fantastic. So, but again, it's one of those things where if I want to do that, I need to do all of them, like you said. I would want to do all of them. For sure, but I absolutely love all those Injustice designs. They are super cool. I use them as reference many times whenever I'm trying to do a lot of these mashup drawings and everything. So definitely a possibility. Probably not in the near future because again, it sounds like a time commitment. So whenever you see me drawing something these days, guys, I do like to finish them within, let's say 2 days. 2 days for the most part. This one might be a little bit longer. 3 days. But for the most part, I want everything to be kind of done in 2 days. So it's great suggestion there, my friend. Great suggestion. So again, guys, if you want to ask me a question, 2 ways you could do it where I prioritize. If you want to prioritize, of course, the super chat function is there. I will always go to that first. But go to the community tab and ask me there. I pretty much answer always all the questions in the community tab. The easiest and cheapest way to get me to answer your questions right away. I do go to the regular live chat once in a while. I do glance over at it, but for the most part, I keep everything, I like to keep everything standard. People's Choice. Did I miss the Green Ranger's tribute? You did. That was yesterday. My friend, that was yesterday. And thank you again for everyone who joined. Not the most entertaining stream if you were to go back and watch it. Because I was really sick yesterday. Yesterday I was really sick, but we powered through. We did the best we could. But I thank all of you who were able to join in yesterday. But we did the best we could yesterday, considering my condition. But yeah, I drew a white Tigers, the Mega Tigerzord yesterday. Because again, even yesterday, guys, there were so many people who did wonderful tributes, and they all looked fantastic. And it was like, man, I'm gonna try to do better than all of these guys when everybody did a phenomenal job. So thank you to everybody who joined in that stream. Really, James, I hope that comic wasn't a key. I forgot what we're talking about here, Elijah, but that's okay. Xavier R. Well, hope you're feeling better. A bit better. Saw that old Power Rangers piece yesterday. Really amazing. Thank you very much. I see my friends Xavier R. saw it. The old one. The old Power Ranger piece. Yes. I did that. See, I did that Power Rangers piece, that old one. I did that when I started doing YouTube again. So, for those of you who don't know, so in 2013, that's when I started my channel. I did roughly around 6 videos. I would say 6 videos. And then I ended up going back to work. I went back to work. My friend, he needed help in visual effects, so I went back to my old work, and I put the channel on hiatus for a little bit. But in 2015, I would like to say, in 2015, my friend Muja, who is currently she's a very big art director now at Pixamundo, who I believe was just bought by I would like to say Sony. I think Sony just bought them out, Pixamundo. But she's a very extremely talented art director there now. But she encouraged me to start my channel again. So I started posting. So the very first thing I did was I did this Avengers piece. So I did Avengers Age of Ultron piece. That was the very first thing I did. And then the next thing I did was that Power Rangers piece. So that Power Rangers piece is actually very, very old. It's around 2016 that I did that particular Power Rangers piece. So, the glaive. And again, guys, if you guys want to ask me a question, again, please do go to the community chat or community tab, and you can ask those questions there. I'm prioritizing those questions first. Okay. So let me just do this first, like this. Okay. From the glaive, what's your biggest pet peeve while drawing? Mine is hands. My biggest pet peeve is your criticism. I love it when you guys critique. No problem. Let me think about that. What is my biggest? I don't really have one, because I like drawing everything. For the most part, I don't have anything that I'm particularly scared of drawing. Like, I won't say that I'm the best at drawing everything, but there are times when things I try to avoid. I think subconsciously I do avoid drawing feet. That's the Image Comics in me. That's the Image Comics side of me. There you go. So, see, Kieran already said feet. Because I hardly draw feet. Thank you, Jeffries. Thank you. So yeah. Let's see here. The glaive says, okay, that was your question. Next question. From Titan 1. Welcome, my friend. Titan 1 says, hello, James. Well, hello there, Titan 1. Wondering if you have any affordable drawing tablet suggestions. Also, I hope you're doing better. Thank you very much, my friend. I haven't really tried tablets other than the Wacom stuff. Mainly because, Wacom has sponsored me a lot on occasion. They've been very, very good to me. Wacom. Which reminds me, I need to talk to them recently. But, there are, like, other affordable options. Like, I believe Huion, I believe XP. They all have products that are way cheaper than the Wacom, Wacom equivalent. So I would definitely go with those, because those are the ones that are probably the more known ones. So either the Huion ones or the XP ones, or they're the ones that sponsor YouTube videos a lot more. So definitely something to think about. But don't take my word for it, though, because I haven't tried them. So I don't know if they're any good. Like me personally, I'm totally fine with like a bamboo tablet. I don't really need a big Cintiq. The only reason I got the Cintiq was because my video was sponsored by Wacom. They sponsored me. They gave me the Cintiq. I probably would never buy it on my own because, I'm totally fine. First of all, I'm cheap. Secondly, I would never buy it unless they gave it to me. Not saying they're not worth the money. They totally are. They totally are. If you like drawing directly on the screen, which a lot of people do, those products are fantastic if you could afford them. They're a lot of money, though. I'm very cheap. So that's the Ilocano in me. So I'm totally fine with the bamboo. Just a regular pen tablet. I'm totally fine with that. But if they give it to me, why not use it? And I'm absolutely loving using my Cintiq. But I know not a lot of people can afford like those 32-inch Cintiqs that cost, those are thousands of dollars for sure. Well worth the money, absolutely well worth the money. But for me, like, I'm a cheap guy. I'd rather use a cheap tablet, So, good luck to you, my friend. If I'm gonna pick a cheaper Wacom, version, I would say you gotta get yourself a bamboo. Works just as good. Learn how to use it first, and then if you can save up enough money to buy a larger Cintiq, yeah, go for it. Or, for that amount of money, you could also get yourself, a nice iPad with Procreate on it, and a nice pen as well. Because a lot of comic book artists now, guys, they just draw on Procreate. They just draw their comics on Procreate now. So it's really up to you at the end of the day. So I would listen to those people in the chat who's actually tried those other ones. I definitely cannot speak to the other products because I haven't tried them. So I don't want to talk about something that I don't have experience with. So, but shout out to my friends at Wacom. So, next question. But great question there, Titan One. Natran is Singaporean. Yes, sir. Chicken rice. Woo! Chicken rice. Last time I've been to Singapore was a part of my honeymoon, actually. Way back in... no. Was that part of my honeymoon? Yeah, it was. Yeah, 2003. That was the last time I've been to Singapore. Long time ago. For those of you who don't know, in Singapore, you're not allowed to chew gum. Did you guys know that? And then maybe my friend Natran can tell me if that's still the case. You're not allowed to chew gum. Their streets are super clean. It's one of the cleanest places you'll ever be. It's in Singapore. And if I'm not mistaken, like you're not allowed to chew gum there. Right? That's true, right, Natran? Yes. You can't chew gum. And you cannot litter there, or you in trouble, mate. You in huge trouble. Do not litter. Do not litter in Singapore. You in big trouble. But I loved going to Singapore. I had a lot of fun there. The malls are pretty crazy. And comparative to the food that you get here in Canada. Because I remember I was there and I was in the food court, and I was like, okay, man, I'm hungry. What do I want here? I kind of want the chicken rice, but I also want this thing. And then I looked at the price, and it's literally like $2, and I'm like, I'll get both. I'll get both of them. I'll get both. So would love to go to Singapore again one day. Would love to go to Singapore one day again. Do they have a Comic-Con? Let me ask my friend Natran there. Is there a Comic-Con in Singapore? I told you guys that whenever I decide to go on a place these days, it's a place where I want to show my kids where I went with their mom when she was still alive. I would love to show them a lot of the places that we have visited in the world that they weren't, when they weren't here, because that was before any of them were born. Actually, when I went to Singapore, so I would love to go to Singapore just to show them where, where their mom and I went when she was still alive. So would love to go back to Singapore, show my kids that country. So we'll see, maybe one day. Next question from my buddy Brian. My buddy Brian's here. James, you look and sound like you're definitely feeling better. Yep, little perky, more perky. There you go. Speaking of 80s cartoons, which is your non-Transformers theme songs that would be your top 3? And I'm hoping you've heard of Pole Position. I haven't heard of Pole Position. Now, if you're talking theme songs, I have to remember them, Brian. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. And thank you very much, Dexter. Thank you, my friend. Let me think about that. My favorite theme song. Well, you can't go wrong with the G.I. Joe song, right? G.I. Joe, a real American hero. That's the thing. We don't have those jingles anymore, right? They don't have the jingles with the what's it called? With the lyrics, it's kind of hard, right? Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. It's more like you guys tell me. Inspector Gadget, that's a great one, Angel Bob. Of course, Thundercats. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Visionary. I love Visionaries. Love Visionaries, Brian. By the way, if you haven't seen it before, IDW gave me the opportunity to draw one of their Hasbro covers, a cover for one of their Hasbro crossovers. If you haven't seen that cover, so I got to draw like Visionaries and Rob and all that stuff in that cover. That was a lot of fun. That was one of my favorite professional pieces I've done. Was that particular cover? But I forgot the Visionaries theme. That I don't remember. Yeah. Even Mask. I actually don't remember the Mask theme. I don't remember it. I don't remember the Mask theme. So, like, if you guys give some suggestions. Of course, He-Man. He-Man. That's the He-Man song. That's the He-Man song, right? Is that right? It didn't sound like that, right? Didn't sound like that. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Oh, I turned off the music just so I could sing it just a little bit. So there you go. The old school Transformers song. Yeah, so they don't really have those anymore, right? For the newer videos. Yeah, or the newer cartoons these days, they don't really have a lot of the good theme songs, like back in the day. Okay, so I'm taking my sweet time with these forearms. Taking my sweet, sweet time. Sweet, sweet time. Okay, next question. From Ninja Nate. Hey, James, not really a question, but I want to thank you for your streams. Thank you very much. I'm really motivated to get up early and work on some comic pages. Well, that's another point to this, and that's a bonus to doing it this early in the morning, guys, is that if I can encourage you to get up and do work, okay? And that's the key. Like, it's one thing to say you wake up early. It's another to say you woke up early and got something done. And for me, that's the beauty of doing this at this time. It's like, before I do anything in the day, I'm going to get up. I'm going to get like a lot of drawing done. And by the time we're done the stream, it's only like 8 a.m. my time. And I already feel like I've accomplished so much already in the day. And that definitely helps, So that's why I really like doing something like this, right? So there you go. So good luck with those comic pages there, Ninja Nate. Get some work done. Let's get some work done, buddy. Do that. So next question here. So again, guys, if you want to ask me a question, best place is the community tab. Okay, so the next question here is from People's Choice. The People's Choice is back with another choice. I would love to see you draw Crypto, my favorite super pet. That's right. How well did that super pet movie do? I don't think it did that well, right? Like, unfortunately, a lot of the DC stuff, it's not doing well. Like, Black Adam, I think that's a loss. And it's unfortunate too. We've been hearing about this movie for like almost a decade now. It's very unfortunate that looks like it's going to lose money. So it's unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. But again, just like everything else, movies is always, it is a little bit of a gamble. You never know what people are into these days. Especially if you're starting with something new. Like the Black Adam movie had a lot going for it that a lot of movies didn't. First of all, it had The Rock, of course, but the guaranteed movie star from the yesteryear, before, you know, if we had a movie with like Jim Carrey, for example, back in the 90s, if you had a movie with Jim Carrey in it, guaranteed money, guaranteed it was going to do well. Like, those were the real movie stars. Like, they would drive box office back in the day. They don't do that anymore. Just because your favorite actors are in a movie, that does not mean good box office anymore. What means good box office today? Marvel. If it has a Marvel name on it, it's going to do better than your average movie. Will it do as good as the older Marvel stuff? Not necessarily. But it will do better than your average movie that doesn't have that Marvel name. So the fact that it has a Marvel name to it, attached to it, that will give it more juice, you know? Because that reputation was built with a Marvel film. So to me, like, people were like, oh, why did Black Panther beat Black Adam in only a few days? Well, are you surprised? Really? Are you that surprised? Like, in my mind, of course Marvel's going to beat that because it had 40 movies behind it, or whatever. How many movies? 30 movies behind that movie. Plus the, you know, of course, the Chadwick Boseman factor. Of course people are going to watch that. Of course they are. But then, you know, Black Adam had some good things going for it too. It most mainly The Rock, but also the fact we've been waiting for this movie for like how many years now. But yeah, I really don't think they're going to do another one. I really don't. It lost money. It's not going to make its money back. It lost money. And did you hear about Avatar though, guys? Did you hear about Avatar? Avatar has to be like in order for Avatar to make money, it has to be the 5th highest grossing movie ever. In order for Avatar to make money. Do you hear about that? The 5th highest grossing movie ever. In order for Avatar to make money. This new Avatar movie. Never bet against James Cameron. Never bet against James Cameron. Because every time people try to bet against him, he always comes back and destroys everybody. He always wins. It's like perfect track record for the most part. But we'll see. We'll see if this. I'm gonna see it. I'm definitely gonna see it. We'll see if that we'll see if it makes its money back. We'll see. Pretty high stakes for sure, Brevin. Pretty high stakes. That Avatar movie, but I'm gonna watch it for sure. Definitely gonna watch it for sure. All that from Crypto is your favorite super pet. So, but I heard that Super Pet movie is really good, though. I heard it's really good. I haven't watched it personally, but I heard that's an actual really, really good movie. So, I heard I should see for myself. Okay, next question here from Andrew. How many pens do you use when you draw big poster drawings like what you're drawing now? I find for myself that these last pretty long. It depends on how many darks. Like, I could totally see this brush pen going because I use it a lot. I can see this brush pen going faster than these, but this pen I've been using for quite a few drawings now. So it all depends. Like my buddy Alex Milne, he goes like one of these per drawing. That's it. He uses it all. So it varies on the person. It varies on the. So. Yeah. Okay, next question. Avatar 2 just dropped an incredible new trailer. Open the story up. Awesome. I think I did see that, but I didn't watch it yet. So I'll definitely have to go check that out. Okay. So again, guys, if you want, put your comments in the community chat. And that's what I'm going to give priority to in terms of answering comments, okay? Next question from Edward Yin. How you doing, brother? I'm a 15-year-old Chinese boy who lives in Australia. G'day, mate. G'day, mate. There you go. That was offensive. And you are a major inspiration towards my drawing style. James, you are a good man. No, you're a good man there, Edward. Okay, also again, ask another question. Will you have time to post tutorials or start an educational drawing system in which you teach your students, being us, how to draw these professional levels using baby steps that we can take to progress our skills? If I do that, Edward, it wouldn't be soon. Like right now, as of right now, because I'm just experimenting right now with my channel. As you can tell, I don't really care about views right now. If I really cared about views, I wouldn't be doing these live streams. I wouldn't be doing these live streams if I really cared about views right now. It's not about that. It's me here having fun, hanging out with you guys every single day, and just getting some drawing done and enjoying myself. I would call these, if there's anything like a master class, it's what we're doing right now. Because this is your time to ask me questions. This is your time to ask me why I do certain things without me going, okay, guys, now I'm going to draw a line and goes up here like this, and I'm going to actually shade a little bit because there's a little muffle. There's a little muffle here, right here in the corner here, so I'm going to put a little shade here because he probably has a little armpit hair here, but I'm going to cover it up with a little shade because I don't want to draw all those little armpit hairs there. You know, you're in the mess, you know, guys. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Mainly because it's not really what I'm interested in. But I would call this your class. Because while you're watching me draw, try to understand what I'm doing. When you're watching me draw, watch and analyze what I'm doing and ask your questions, because I'm going to answer them. I will answer your questions here. So this is your real masterclass. It's just watching me draw every morning. So it's our daily masterclass. Maybe I'll even change the name of this. Forget Marvel style. It's our daily masterclass. Our daily masterclass. I'll call it the Marvel Masterclass. That's what I'm going to call it. The Daily Marvel Masterclass. That's what I'm going to call it. But you won't see me go, okay, I'm going to add a little shade here in the bottom, underneath the chest here, because there's a little bit of shade, because the light is going around the chest and down, and I'm drawing little folds in the clothes. You know, nothing like that, right? It's more us having fun, but also it's your chance to ask me, why I do certain things. It's your best way to ask me why I do certain things. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. Hi, Mario. Mario's here, guys. Everyone say hi to Mario. My man, Mario. Mario the man, Mario. Mario the man. Super Mario. My buddy Mario. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you, my buddy. Mario's here holding the fort. Mario has not missed a stream since I started. And I really appreciate it, my brother. I really appreciate you helping out and holding down the fort and being a moderator here. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Good to see you, brother. Okay, next question here. From my buddy Brian again. Okay, James, how about a favorite Hanna-Barbera or Ruby Spears cartoon? Okay, so let's go. Well, of course, you can't go wrong with the Flintstones. Okay, you can't go wrong with. I talking about old school. I wouldn't mind doing a Flintstones drawing. We might do that sooner than later. Flintstones in this style. But you know what? I need a little refresh. Oh, Mario's a little sick. I got you sick, Mario. I got you sick. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. I got you a little sick. Woke up late. Me too. We started the stream just a bit late today. Our characters. Of course, we got Tom and Jerry. Of course, we got the Flintstones. Of course, we got what's it called? What else we got here? Barbera. But those are the ones the Smurfs? Smurfs is handled. We're going to do Smurfs. We're definitely going to do Smurfs. I can't wait to do it. You know, we might do that sooner than later. I want to do Smurfs one right now. Okay, forget this Ben 10, guys. We're doing Smurfs right now. So yeah, definitely one of those. Yeah, hopefully nothing serious. Get some rest, my friend. Get some rest. And don't worry about the stream, my bro. Don't worry about the chat. If you need to rest up, you need to rest up, my brother. Rest up. Get yourself better. 100%. Again, you can tell my voice. I am feeling much better than yesterday. Yesterday was horrible. Yesterday. Those of you who watched the stream yesterday, you knew I was suffering a lot yesterday. But much better today. Matran says, when am I coming to Singapore? Probably not anytime soon, Matran. If I do, it's probably in the next few years. My next trip, if I am going to take a next trip next year, it would probably be to the UK. I would say the greatest probability of me going somewhere next year would be the UK and Paris. Those two. So, we will see. So those of you in the UK, maybe I will be going there. Maybe. The only problem is I can't rent a car there in the UK because you guys drive on the other side of the car. Any of you guys from North America who rented a car in the UK? That's what I want to know. Any of you guys have done that? Because they drive, the cars are different. You drive on the other side. And you drive on the other side of the road in the UK. So I think that would be a very interesting experience. I don't know if there's something with the in terms of the what's it called in terms of the getting a rental car. If you have to prove you know how to drive on that side of the road or not. Any of you from the UK, do they have Uber in the UK? I'm pretty sure they do, but do they have Uber in the UK? Just a question. But that would be my next trip. It would probably be to the UK. So, okay, we'll see. Okay, let's see, more questions here. Let's see if there's any more questions. Okay, a couple more questions came in. Again, guys, if you want to ask me a question that I will guarantee answer, the best place is the community chat right now. So go to the community tab. So go to the community tab and ask me your questions there, and most likely I will answer your questions, of course, if it's appropriate for my audience. Audience appropriate questions here. So, Layway channel loves to give me facts. It's like my walking encyclopedia. Layway channel always giving me some facts. Okay, let's see what kind of fact Layway channel gives us today. Because did you know that live action Barney Rubble is Louis Tully from Ghostbusters? Oh, really? Okay, there you go. That is correct. Also, John Goodman. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people played. Well, not a lot of people. I think there were a few actors that played Barney Rubble, but you are correct. The first one around was Rick Moranis, who plays both of those. So Rick Moranis, who pretty much retired, but I think he came back for a Honey I Shrunk the Kids sequel, if I'm not mistaken, like recently. I think he came back for a Honey I Shrunk the Kids sequel recently. So there is Uber in the UK. Yes. So I will be Ubering. I gotta set aside like a budget for Ubers because no way I could drive both sides of the road, that side of the road, or take the bus, of course. I can take the bus a lot. So excited for Viva Las Rock Vegas. Brian, or was that the direct sequel? I don't remember. I don't know if that was the direct sequel to the John Goodman one. But I always thought John Goodman was a great choice to play Fred Flintstone. I thought he was that was great casting. There's a Jollibee in the UK. Well, there's a Jollibee all over the place now. There's like a ton in Canada now. There's a ton over here. I remember when Jollibee first came to Toronto, long lines. You had to, line up at the parking lot, whatever. But now they're all over the place, so nobody cares now. Nobody cares about Jollibee like we do. Totally forgot about Nobody cares about Jollibee like we do. Next question from Brian. So do you use thick lines when leaving the whites for the reflections? Do you like the Jim Lee technique of using white out pens to enhance the white to black contrast? I have done that before, Brian, doing the white pens. It's just I don't have any. Like, for example, like this part here, like this black area here, that would actually be easier with the white pens, but I don't have one on me, so I'm just kind of trying to mimic it. But definitely that Jim Lee influence of, if you guys watch Jim's streams, the way he does things is very similar to how I approach my drawings. Here, of course, he's the master at a lot of this stuff, so definitely a huge influence in how I go ahead and do that. So, see if there's any more. Okay, one more question here. And again, guys, please do go ahead and leave your questions here. Have I rented a car in Singapore? No, I haven't. Singapore is very small comparatively to where I live. And Canada, it's actually a very, very small country. So really, there was no need to rent a car. I was able to get around pretty simply when I was over there, or I would take a taxi over there. So yeah, I never rented a car in Singapore. People's Choice said I would love to see Scooby-Doo in this style. Yeah, maybe one day for sure. I have done it before when I used to do Marvel style before. I did do like what's it called? What was a big thing when they did the Dragon Ball Shaggy. I forgot what it was called. But it was Shaggy with Dragon Ball powers. I forgot what it was called. You guys can remind me. But I did do a drawing like that with Scooby. I forgot what that was called back in the day, but that was a while ago. So if you actually look up Dragon Ball, or if you look up Scooby-Doo box office artist, you'll go ahead and find it. But my buddy Simon Mabayade said, do you prefer Jollibee or McDonald's? It depends on my mood. Those are two different restaurants. Two different restaurants. Sometimes in the mood for Jollibee, sometimes I'm in the mood for McDonald's. Like if I'm craving for a Big Mac or for a burger, I'm definitely going to McDonald's. If I want fried chicken, I'm going to Jollibee. So I think the better question than that is Jollibee or Popeyes. I think that's the better question. Or Jollibee, KFC. Ultra Instinct. That's it, Cyclone. That's it. Ultra Instinct. That's the one. Thank you very much. Ultra Instinct Scooby. Go look that up. Or Shaggy. Ultra Instinct Shaggy. I drew that. And that was a lot of fun. I highly enjoyed that stream. It was a lot of fun. So, I'm going to leave that question up to you guys, especially my fellow Filipinos here. But I'm sure the Filipinos like Jollibee over Popeyes. But both have their thing to it. I do find Jollibee's chicken a little bit more juicier than Popeyes. I like Popeyes gravy better than Jollibee. I know some of you are like, what? But that's me personally. Personal choice. Personal choice. If you had me choose between the Popeyes gravy or the Jollibee gravy, I'm going Popeyes gravy. Popeyes. Fried chicken connoisseur. Fried chicken connoisseur. And then KFC just kind of fell off over here. Like KFC's chicken has gotten smaller over the years, right? Is it just me? Or KFC's chicken have progressively gotten smaller over the years? Is it just me or what? It's just me? It's so tiny. You go buy a a 3-piece at KFC, and so they'll give you like a thigh, a wing, or sorry, a thigh, a leg, and then they give you the tiniest wing you've ever seen in your life. It's so small, like itty bitty, itty bitty, itty bitty. Now, when I was living by myself in Vancouver, I was on a little bit of a keto diet, or like a low carb diet. So to treat myself every Friday after work, I was working at MGM at the time, and my family wasn't with me yet. So my wife and my daughter weren't. They didn't move to Vancouver yet with me. So every Friday, I would head over to the local mall. It's called Metrotown. I would head over to the local mall, and that's what I would eat. I would get a 4-piece. I would get a 4-piece at KFC because I think it was buy 3 pieces, get 1 free. That's what it was. So that's what I would get. Because that free piece was this little mutant little wing. So tiny like this, but at least it's free. That's what I got. So, see, our KFC chicken's a little bit dry there than in Singapore. Yeah, so I'm definitely... Now, there's actually a 24-hour Popeyes here. Near my house, like 5 minutes away. There's a 24-hour Popeyes. If I wanted to get Popeyes right now, at 6 o'clock in the morning, on a Tuesday, I can get that. So, will I? Yeah, no, but not now. But I can. The option's there. So let me just erase this just to see what I can do. So again, guys, we might be working on this for 3 days, okay? I know usually I like to limit it to 2 if I can, but didn't help that I started a little bit late today. So maybe I'll try to start just a tiny bit early tomorrow. But also because there's, literally 11 characters here, so a little bit more than I usually do. And I want it to be good. So this might take me like an extra day to kind of complete. Okay, so just warning you, that's what we're gonna do. See you guys. So if you have any questions, guys, again, go to the community tab. Best place to ask me the questions here. So you have messaging me at 6 in the morning. I bet you it's my best friend, Homer. Hey, there you go. Right on. Okay. Yep. It's my buddy Homer. My friend Homer was my best man at my wedding. And I was the best man at his wedding. So we were best men. Or the best man. Let me blow my nose there. Matt Haven didn't get a notification for the live. Sorry about that, buddy. I should do the thing where, like an upcoming live, so you guys know. I will be starting, maybe I'll even do this tomorrow. I will be starting to stream simultaneously on both Twitch and maybe even Instagram. I might have like my cell phone up here, and I might stream also on Instagram sooner than later. We might be doing that, giving that a shot as well. So you have multiple ways of watching me. So we'll see. What's up, Homer? Brian said, "What's up, Homer?" He's not watching. Homer's not watching. I know that. I know why. So again, guys, I am prioritizing the community tab. Okay, so if you want to ask me questions, that's probably the better way to go. I just realized, does forearms have fingernails? I don't know if forearms has fingernails. You guys could tell me His forearms have fingernails. He has 3 fingers, though. Definitely has 3 fingers. Three fingers, but 4 arms. What's up with that? So he actually has an extra 8 fingers compared to us. Let's see here. All right, so. So hopefully you could already see the quality difference between this one and the old one I did. Because of course, it's a double page spread, much bigger than the original one I did. And the original one, I actually remember the original one I did, we did do over 2 days on the weekend. I remember that. But this one here, we're definitely spending a little bit more, taking our time, making sure everything looks good for this particular one. Right, so. I cut my nails, guys. Yes. Eraser in my nails. You're very talented, Critter Man. You're very talented. There you go. Matt Haven says, I always get shadows and light source wrong when I draw. Well, that's the practice part of it. Practice. Trying to figure out those things, but it's very, very important. The most important thing is consistency. The way the light's hitting Ben should be the way the light's hitting forearms here. Okay, so that's very important. That will help tie your piece together if all the lighting is the same. That's what irks me sometimes when you see an amateur. You know those people who do these like Photoshop mashups or these Photoshop drawings. Not Photoshop drawings, like people who do like photoshopped images together, like where they take multiple pictures and put them together. We call it in the industry they call it photo bashing. I really hate that term, photo bashing. I think it's too violent. I would prefer to call it photo uniting. But an issue I always have is you could tell that the person who's putting it together, they just try to find pictures to put together, but they have they don't understand lighting. They don't understand that the lighting has to be the same for it to work or to feel realistic. So sometimes I see these photoshopped images. Like, for example, people do like these fan images. Or people like try to do like a Boss Logic. Now, Boss Logic's mastered this, right? So he knows what he's doing. But people try to make these images where they, they say, James Reyes is going to play old Spider-Man, right? And then they Photoshop me as Spider-Man, but, they take a costume from, like a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, they put my head on top, but then the lighting's completely different. So it doesn't look good. Because they don't even think about the lighting. They just put the head on top. But that's what makes a good Photoshop. For me, that's the biggest difference between a good Photoshop and a bad Photoshop. Is that the lighting. Did they understand the lighting? I'm missing my one. Fresh pen here, guys. Fresh pen. Fresh pen. Fresh pen. Now, I just realized I'm missing a couple things from Four Arms Arms. A couple things. Matt even said, did I see the drawing like a printer trend? Yes, I have seen that. And DPR Drawing does a fantastic job with those. But then you got those have you seen the ones where they draw with their feet and stuff? Like they draw with their feet and then they draw with their both hands and everything. If you actually see that slow down, they're not doing it at the same time. They're actually doing it one at a time. So they would draw, they would draw one with their foot, and then they would draw the other one with the other foot, and then they would draw one with their hand. So they would actually concentrate on one of them at a time. But then they speed up the footage so it looks like that they're drawing everything at the same time. But regardless, very, very impressive. Regardless. Extremely impressive. Extremely impressive. When a DPR drawing channel started to blow up, I was suggested, hey James, why don't you do a flip book? And I'm like, no way. No way. No way. You blow your nose, Jacob. I'm going to blow my nose. I blow my nose 2 minutes. Hold on. Anybody want this drawing? Anybody want this drawing? It's full of snot now. Say that. So when DP blew up, DP's channel blew up. I was suggested that I do a flip book. I'm like, man, that's too much work. But actually, my consultant actually told me you should do a flip book. Like, that's just too much work for me. I was like, well, YouTube's hard work. What do you expect? And if I did a flip book, it would be great, but that would be the last thing. I always tell you guys, you don't want to get viral on YouTube for the wrong reasons. If I were to have done a flip book and then it went viral, yes, I would have gotten more subscribers, but now I'll be known as the flip book guy. Like my friend DP is known as the flip book guy, and DP likes doing flip books. Fantastic. That's wonderful. I would hate it if I had to do flip books over and over and over again. Because one thing that you guys know, I hate drawing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Now, I'd be making a lot more money. My channel wouldn't be dead like it is now. Wouldn't be dead. I would be miserable, though. I would be miserable if I had to draw thousands of drawings that are like literally the same. I wouldn't be able to do it. It's not me. Now, if you guys enjoy it, like DP enjoys doing that, loves it, absolutely loves doing that. So good on DP for wanting to do that. Me personally, it's not something I want to do or have any desire to do. If I were to do that, it's for one reason only. That's to grab views. That would be the only reason, and that's the wrong reason. I always told you guys that's the wrong reason. So I have no interest in doing. No interest in doing a flip book at all. No thanks. Thanks. Give it to phenomenal artists. Or Andy Mation, right? I believe Andy Mation does these incredible flip books. So. Well, we're going to do like 3 characters today, guys. Okay, a couple of new comments came in. So again, guys, I'm going to prioritize. I'm going to prioritize the chat or the community tab questions. So if you have a question you want me to answer, community tab is probably your better way to go. Okay. So from Nathan again, what's the saddest Marvel movie in your opinion? Let's go Endgame, man. Oh, actually, no. Infinity War. No, Endgame. Well, Endgame what? You had Tony's death in Endgame. And then you had Infinity War, where everyone gets snapped. So that was sad in the theater itself. Now, of course, people are going to say Wakanda forever. They will say that, and that I get for sure. I don't know. I guess I wasn't as emotional as everybody else was in that movie, especially the without spoiling anything, of course. But the intro itself, because they did the intro with no music. So I don't know if you consider that a spoiler or not, but they did the intro with no music. And I've heard a lot of people they said that there was a lot of crying in their theater at that time. There wasn't in mine. In mine, no. We had a packed theater. I didn't really hear any tears drop or anything like that. You know? So, I don't know. It all depends. Everybody's different. Logan's a good one, though. That's a good one, Kieran. Logan. Logan's a great one. That's a very, very emotional one. Logan. So, yeah. You guys let me know yours. What is your most emotional movie? It doesn't have to be Marvel. Any oh, I know. Morbius. Yes. Again, I mentioned before, I liked Morbius. I thought it was okay. I thought it was alright. Like, it's not going to win any Oscars. I'm not saying it's better than Endgame, but it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. So a few more questions came in here. So from my buddy Brian here. If you stream on Twitch and Instagram, is the plan still have questions asked in the community tab, or are you going to use StreamYard's OBS? That is actually a very good question. I'm not sure, Brian. I will be prioritizing the community chat because I do want people to go to YouTube eventually, because that's how I make my money, is on YouTube. I actually don't make a lot of money on thinking, but I probably will go back and forth on both. So that is a very good question. I will have to look into that. So thank you for thinking of that for me. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. But that is a very, very good question. Because before, yes, that's what I would do. I would definitely do the StreamYards. Actually, I don't use StreamYards. I use what's it called? What's the other one that I always use? I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it was called, the program I used. It's a multi-stream. Restream. I use Restream as opposed to StreamYards, though I know StreamYards is like the standard now for streaming on all platforms. But we'll see. We'll see, Brian. See. I'm not sure. Because I do want the people who are watching on the other platforms to feel part of the conversation. Though, at the end of the day, I do kind of want them to go to YouTube, because that's how I make the majority of my money, is on YouTube. So I prefer all you guys watch on YouTube as opposed to those platforms. Like, there is money to be made on those platforms, but I make the bulk of it here. So. Let's see here. Elijah wanted to show that Elijah knows the theme song to Ben 10. There you go, my friend. Lay again. Lay, our resident trivia master, is back with a little bit of trivia here. He goes, fun fact. Jollibee started as a Magnolia ice cream shop. There you go. Here's a fun fact for you. You guys have heard of Goldilocks? There's a chain for Filipino sweets. It's called Goldilocks. And apparently, only one person owns the license or owns the rights to make Goldilocks stores outside of the Philippines. Only one person has those rights. So if I wanted to open a Goldilocks here in Toronto, I can't. That person doesn't franchise. If you ever see a Goldilocks open up outside the Philippines, the same person owns those franchises. Now, I could have Goldilocks products in my store. Like I could have the cakes and all that stuff in my store, but I can't have an actual Goldilocks store because only one person owns the rights to have a Goldilocks store outside of the Philippines. So I thought that was interesting because I actually inquired. About it. I inquired about possibly, because my wife and I were thinking about that'd be fun to have a Goldilocks franchise. But that's what we were told. There's only one person who has those rights, and that person's not interested in partnering to open stores. At that time, this is a long, long time ago. This is like 10 years ago. So that could have changed, for all I know. Taking my sweet time with this forearms here. Hey, guys. Sweet time. Next question here from Roger Mendoza. Hello, Roger. Sorry I missed the past streams. I see you drawing classic Ben. Will you include any of the AF, UA, or Omniverse aliens? We'll see. Like, I could do something where we could do like connecting pieces, because I was thinking about doing like all of the aliens. It definitely has crossed my mind. That might be something that we could do. That would be a lot of fun. Okay, but in the meantime, first things first, let's get this one done. See how we feel, see how we like it, and then we'll go on from there. So that's from Mr. Flaxen Waxen. Oh, I love that name. Flaxen Waxen. Loving the name. What movie do you think deserves a sequel, but still hasn't gotten one? I'll go Black Adam. Oh, number one, Man of Steel. The first Henry Cavill Superman movie. Now, you can tell me that, you can say that Batman v Superman is technically a sequel, which it is. But I want to see another solo Superman movie. That's what I want to see. That's what I totally want to see. Will we see it? I don't know. Maybe. But let me think about what else I would love to see a sequel to. Let me chew on that for a little bit. How about you guys? You guys let me know. You guys let me know. What other movie, superhero movie, especially, you think deserved a second movie that didn't get one? Of course, the Hulk. Incredible Hulk. And we know why. Because of the rights issues. That's why we don't see another Hulk movie. Let's see here. Constantine, which is actually happening. Right? It actually isn't it. I thought it was greenlit already. The second Constantine movie. That was big news a few months ago. Okay, I could be wrong. Maybe it's not greenlit, but I heard that they were in talks. I thought it was greenlit already. The second Constantine movie. It is? Yeah. Yeah. So, trying to think in my head any other movie that I would like to see. I really think about one that I only have a few more of these brush pens, guys. I think just one more actually. And these are the pens I use a lot. I'm gonna miss using this pen. I love the brush pens. So just hope it doesn't fall through, Brian. Yeah, but you know Hollywood. Anything can fall through these days. We're gonna look at Batgirl, right? You know what? Like a lot of people were arguing about the Batgirl, how they cancel it. How bad does a movie have to be for a studio to say it's better for us to take the write off than actually release that movie? How bad must that movie have been? Because if they thought it would make money, there's no way they would have canceled that movie. There's no way. How bad must that movie been for them to say, nah, well, we'll just do the write off. This movie's not going to do well. A lot of people are fighting for that movie. They're like, oh no, we have to see the movie. You started, but they're not throwing money out the window here, guys. They must have really thought this movie sucks. They must have really thought that movie sucks for them to cancel it. Because if they thought that movie was going to make money, it's coming out, right? Just like Blue Beetle's coming out still. They could have canceled Blue Beetle, but they didn't. But how bad must they thought that movie was, right? Now, whether that was true or not, that's always in the eye of the beholder, right? That's really that's a personal preference whether the audience would have took to it or not. We never know. But for them to say, we'd rather take a $90 million write-off than actually release this movie. It's like, what? Oh, what? Like that bad? Which makes you want to watch it more, right? Doesn't it make you want to watch it even more? I want to watch that movie even more now. Like, why was it so bad that they wanted to 75 million? Sorry, Elijah, even 75 million. Why was it so bad that they're like, nah, we're not going to release this thing. Nobody's going to see it. Like, not even putting it on a streaming service or anything to get some money back, right? Like, what? How bad is this thing? Which is like, man, I want to watch it. But here's the thing, too. If they were to do that, they would just say, okay, we're going to put it on a streaming service. I think people would give it the benefit of the doubt because, of course, we're always rooting for filmmakers. We want their work to be, as creative, we want their work to be seen. So even if they did put it on a streaming service, I think a lot of people would say it's better than it really is. They'll be like, oh, why did Warner Brothers just put this on the thing? I want to watch it in theaters. Would you? Right? So yeah, they had to shelve it because they have to pay back the right. Yeah, for sure. At the end of the day, it's business, guys. It's business. It's easy for us to say throw away $75 million. It's not our money. Like it's their money. Like if they put it on HBO Max, yeah. But also, I think they saw what happens to a movie if they do put it on HBO Max. Like, the Snyder Cut, as much as people enjoyed it, I enjoyed the Snyder Cut a lot. I thought it was way better than the Joss Whedon cut. Even though I actually like the Joss Whedon cut. I'm one of the few who like the Joss Whedon cut, but I thought the Joss Whedon cut was good. It was okay. But apparently, that experiment lost them a lot of money. They lost a lot of money because they had to pay an extra $80 million or whatever it was to finish off the VFX. Because if the Snyder Cut did well on the streaming service, I'm pretty sure they would have done more. Or they would have put Batgirl there. But apparently it didn't do very well. Benton. Let's see here. So next question. How about Ben 1? I'll just do one. How about that? Just do one. Let's see here. Let's see here. Brian says, if you ever want a producer for your show, let me know. I'm a know guy. Yes, I do. I do know a guy right here. You'd be a great producer, my friend. Maybe one day, but not right now. Maybe when more people watch these streams and it's hard for me to go through the chat. Maybe you'd be hired there, Brian. You'd be hired, Brian. I called you Ben because I'm doing Ben 10. That's why I'm like that. There you go. From Elijah, who's your favorite Gilmore Girls character? See, Elijah's singing to my heart here. I will say, what's his name again? Luke. Luke, who owns Luke's Diner. I like Luke. He's the diner owner. I also like Luke's nephew. What's his nephew's name again? I totally forgot his nephew's name. But he plays his nephew plays the dad on This Is Us. But I'll be a Luke guy. Always been a Luke guy. So, well, thank you for the question, Elijah. A lot of people here won't know what that is. Fun fact: Olay, once again, our resident encyclopedia. Hello, Olay. Fun fact: Mirabelle from Encanto is also Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like I mentioned before, guys, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That was talking about Marvel. I wouldn't mind doing a Brooklyn Nine-Nine in Marvel style. I wouldn't mind doing that at all. At all. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's probably one of my favorite series. That was the last. I think that's the last series that I actually watched from beginning to end. And I watched it late too. It was from a recommendation from my daughter. She recommended that I watched it, and we just binged the whole thing. Nine. Speaking of singing themes, you That's my version of the Brooklyn Nine-Nine theme song, guys. I hope you enjoyed that very much. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Elijah's a huge Gilmore Girls fan. Awesome, my friend. Awesome. Would you draw Terry as a Bengal? Yeah. This would be Terry. Here. This would be Peralta. This is Peralta. This is Terry. There you go. I would totally do a Brooklyn Nine-Nine piece. Now I kind of want to do that. Thank you for that. Lay, do me a favor. Lay. In our next time I put a poll up what to draw next, please put that in. Or one of you guys, please put in Brooklyn Nine-Nine in so I remember. Because I'm going to forget. What happened? You have a headache? We are out of Advil. My daughter's sick again. I told her not to sleep in my bed. She's sick. Hey. Okay, next question here, guys. Elijah says, let's have another karaoke stream. Let's not. Maybe not today. Okay, next we are going to draw... Finally, another one. Next, we're going to draw gray matter. Let's go ahead and draw gray matter here. Let's do a simpler one. Before I go ahead and draw. I'm going to go ahead and draw gray matter here. So let's see here. A few more questions came in. Again, from the encyclopedia, it says, did you know that Ben 10's voice actress, when he was young, also voices Twilight Sparkle from MLP. She also voices OG Bubbles, Raven, Batgirl, and Timmy. Are you talking about? Yes. Tara Strong, right? Can you pass that, sweetie? Can you pass that? In fact, let me show you this. We actually met Tara Strong. Oh, I don't want to. I don't want to show the whole thing because it shows my daughter's name. I don't want to show my daughter's name, but she signed this nice print for us. Nice. I met her at a convention. Was that last year, sweetie? I think it was last year. And then that was cute. Yeah, that's all her characters there. So really nice, super nice. Tara Strong is awesome. She's great. So thank you to Tara for signing that for me and my family. But yes, fun fact, fun trivia. There from the encyclopedia. I'm just going to call it the encyclopedia now. Whoops, I'm gonna put this up here. I'm gonna move the camera down just so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. Okay, so Mr. Flaxen Waxen. Oh wait, hold on, I missed one here. From Elijah again. You should do a Gilmore's Girl mural. Probably not. As much as you and I would enjoy that, my friend, I don't think our friends here would enjoy that as much. Definitely not the target audience for Gilmore Girls. But you and I would enjoy that for sure. I would enjoy that, but not. I'm pretty sure not my friends here would enjoy that. Mr. Flax and Waxen asks, what's the idea behind the early stream times? Not many streamers begin at 4 a.m. Eastern. Nobody does that. And to be honest, it's not the smartest thing in the world to do either. Like, if I wanted to be a streamer that gets noticed, you shouldn't do this time. Like, literally, there's no way most people who watch his streams on the East Coast will be able to stay up this time at 4 a.m. Nor, 4 a.m., that's 1 p.m. Pacific time. So, on the West Coast, you're most likely staying up late to watch me draw. So it's either going to be a very, very international audience that are watching. For example, UK, this is not a bad time in the UK, like it's midday, the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Or in the other part of the world, other side, like Singapore, like Philippines, we are looking at, 7 o'clock in the afternoon, evening? Yeah, 7 p.m. in the Philippines. So definitely not the smartest thing because, we all know the North American audience makes the most money. It's just what it is. Advertisers like the North American audience better. So it makes no sense to actually stream at this time. Why do I do it? Because I can actually do it. Why do I do it? Because I'm a morning guy. I always have been. I tried streaming in the evening, and I have no desire to stream in the evening. In the evening, I'm just tired. In the evening, I just don't feel like streaming. I don't. I tried it. I tried staying up late to stream, and it's not the same. Now, I know if I were to do it for, just say, a few months straight, if I power through it and then do it in the evening, I probably could. But for the most part, I just work better in the morning. I always have. I've always been a morning person. For those of you who watch my streams in the past, I've always been a morning person. So if this would get me to do it more consistently, do it in the morning, then that's what we're going to do. If you want to join me, you can. If you don't want to join me too early, no problem at all. No problem at all. You can catch the replays, or you could catch the edited version of these videos afterwards. But for me, like we've been doing this for what now, guys? 2 weeks straight? 2 weeks straight now? So, and we've been going strong. And I've been enjoying every single minute of it. So that's why we do it at this time. Now, if it encourages you to wake up early and get some work done before school or whatever you have to do during the day, well, even better. Even better if it encourages you to wake up early and if you are on the East Coast or West Coast, wake up early and get some work done with me. Absolutely. But again, would be way smarter for me to do this in the nighttime. Would be, or even during the day. It would be way smarter for me during the day. But this is just works. It's what works for me. Yes, I do have things to do during the day as well, though. I do have other responsibilities. So this is really the only time of the day I draw. I don't draw any other time of the day. So there you go. But a great question there, my friend. Great question. Great question. From my friend Ilaria's back. How are you, my friend? Hi, James. Well, hello. You spoke about the comic book industry and what it's like. What about the VFX world? What should one be prepared for if desiring to go into VFX? Thanks in advance. Overtime. I wish I was joking. VFX is a hard job, my friends. It's a hard job. Now, seeing your name in movie credits, when you see your name, when those movie credits roll, and you see your name there as part of the movie credits, that's a feeling unlike any other. Okay? There's a feeling unlike any other. But it's a very, very tough job. It's a very, very tough job. It can be well paying for sure, but it is very time consuming. You will expect, especially in crunch time, you're going to be working long hours. Now, I will say, if you want a job in VFX that's a little bit more on the a little bit more on the not so stressful side. Like a lot of the jobs are stressful. I will say that if you are a 3D modeler you are in the layout section, there's a job called layout. Like those kind of jobs, the ones that are more on the beginning of production, so you're the beginning of the shots, those guys have less stress. They still have a lot of stress, but less than people in the other jobs. The people with the more stress in the job, the ones who are there overnight, the ones who are there, working those really, really long overtime hours, are something called the compositors. They're like the last line of defense. Okay, they're the ones who make everything work. They're the ones who take all the 3D that we made, all of those things, and they make it work in the shot. So the compositors, now they can be paid the most, though, and they deserve it. Because those are the guys that are always there, late nights, always trying to finish up the shots. Okay, the matte painters, they're usually up there with the compositors. Like I was a matte painter. They definitely they have a lot of work to do also. But I don't want to diminish anyone's work here because a lot of people in production, they work long hours because that's just how the industry is. It does take a certain amount of skill to be in it. You will have to go to school. I always find you can learn on your own, but it's very tough, especially with the type of computers that you're going to need to actually do this work itself. So for the most part, most people do go to school to get into visual effects, though I do know a couple people who have done it on their own and were able to get jobs. So that's not 100% out of the realm of happening, but it's less, doesn't happen as much as you would think. So yeah, VFX, it's a tough industry. I worked on it for 9 years in the VFX industry. I've taught VFX in classes. And it's just a lot of fun when you're able to turn the not real into the real. When you're able to fool people into thinking what they're seeing is actually happening. And that's the whole point of VFX. You're fooling people. I always call it you're a magician. When you're in VFX, that's what you are. You're a magician. You're making people believe the unbelievable. That's what you're doing. And when you're able to pull that off, it's a feeling unlike anything else, right? You could do like Zach King level stuff, Corridor Digital level stuff. But it's a tough industry. It very much is so. A very, 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 very tough industry. So it is more stable than working in things like comics and all that stuff. Uh, Especially if you could get it on the video game side, that's much more stable. And one of the best things about working in VFX is, especially if you're young, you don't have a family. Blow my nose first of all. If you're young and don't have a family, it's a wonderful opportunity to travel. I always tell my students that, if you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, that's fantastic. That's great. I told them, if you want to fully experience working in VFX, I tell them, hold off on having children right away, because the moment you have children, it's much harder to move. Like, for example, in Canada, it was very hard for me to move, even cross country, from Toronto to Vancouver for a job, because I had a daughter already. My oldest daughter was here, and it just made it very, very hard to move. Like, I owned a house, so I had to sell the house, right? So if you're just starting your VFX career, maybe you want to hold off on some of those life moves, and so that you're able to move from place to place. Like, because you could get a job all over the world. You could get a job in Australia. You could get a job in the UK. You could get a job in California. Like, when you're young, it's a great job when you're young. I'll say that, Ilaria. If you were young, your early 20s, working in VFX is fantastic, because you could see the world. You really could. You could see the world. You could work anywhere in the world. And they'll pay for it. They'll pay for you to go to that part of the world. If you're good, of course. Of course. Just like any other job. If you're good, you got to be good. But it's hard work. It is hard work. So it can be a wonderful life experience. Definitely be a wonderful life experience. But it is also, at the same time, extremely hard work. Extremely hard work. So that's the realities of working in visual effects. I will never discourage anyone from going into it. And there are pros and there are cons. But then again, that's just like any other industry. There are pros and there are cons to everything. So, okay. But hopefully that helps. But if you have any more VFX questions, guys, I love answering VFX questions. So if you have any VFX questions, please do let me know. I'm definitely the guy to ask. So let's see here. He has long, hot doggy fingers. That reminds me of Everything Everywhere All at Once. The hot doggy fingers. Those of you who haven't seen the movie, well, it is a rated R movie. But there's a universe where they all have hot dog hands. That's what his hands kind of remind me of. Gray Matter's hands remind me of. So there you go. What time is it, guys? It's 6:47. Okay. Ooh. The next question here. Elijah says, I want to recreate all the drawings from your streams. Not all, but like a few. Go for it, my friend. Go for it. Now, I will tell you, if you're going to recreate my drawings, go for it. Have fun doing it. But at the same time, understand what I'm doing, okay? Always try to understand. If you don't understand, ask me. That's why I'm here, okay? And then what I want you to do is I want you to apply it to your own drawings, okay? I always tell you guys that. Okay, it's one thing to copy somebody's drawings. It's another to take what you've learned. Take what you learned from copying or following along what I'm doing. Take what you learned and then apply it to something new in your own drawing. Good morning, Apple. Apple's here. The party can begin. Apple's here. Good morning, my brother. My brother Apple's here. Good morning, my friend. Good to see you. I'm feeling a little bit better today, Apple. Just a little bit. Okay, a little dry mouth, but much better than yesterday, my friend. Much better. So everyone say hi to Apple. Apple's the best. Good to see you. Am I drawing all the aliens? Well, as many as I can. So again, most likely, guys, we're probably, I think we're going to be doing 3 days. If I could get this done in 2, fantastic. I will. If by any chance, I will say this, guys. If by any chance I could finish this in 2 days, I highly doubt it. But if by any chance I could finish this in 2 days, I might add in a bonus movie day. Because for sure we're doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Friday this week. But if I'm able to finish this drawing by, just say, by tomorrow, I might also do a Loki as well. So we would do Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Thursday and then Loki on Friday. Okay. That is, unless I can't, if I could get this done. If I could get this done by then. If not, it is what it is. Amen, brother. Amen. Amen. That's a little Take 7. There, I think that's the group called. So again, only if we could finish this in 3 days. Okay, that is question. But again, I would much rather do this right than rush it. Because again, we did this before, so I want this. This has to be better than the old one we did. This has to be better than the old one that we did before. So, okay, but Elijah, there you go. So that's hopefully you do that, okay, my friend Elijah. So again, learn what I'm doing. Learn why I'm putting shadows where they are. Learn how I'm laying out a piece. And then, after you recreate my pieces, see if you can apply it to what you do, okay? Because remember, guys, you're not going to get a job in the comic book industry copying somebody else's work. You're not going to, okay? Especially if they find out it's somebody else's work. You might even be, quote-unquote, blackballed, as we call it. If you found that in your portfolio, it's just you copying somebody else's work, you will be, that would really set you back, okay? So you will eventually have to learn how to do this on your own, okay? And apply it to your own pieces, okay? But again, I always say, it's a great learning tool. That's how I started. I started off by taking X-Men #1 and recreating that cover umpteenth times. How many times did I try to redraw Jim Lee's X-Men #1 cover? So many times. So many times. Let your pen guide you. That's right, Apple. Let's see here. Next question from Malaria again. Thank you for such a thorough answer, and that's from the VFX question that we had, and I'm glad that helps. Follow up. What in your experience is the best route to take job-wise to get work-life balance, especially those with a family? There really is none. Really. I would love to say there's a perfect in art anyway. I would love to say there's a perfect job where you'll have the perfect work-life balance, but the realities is to be super successful at a job, you need to put in the work, because if you don't, somebody else will. Somebody else will. So whether that be YouTube, whether that be working at a job, as much as it's nice to say, I'm only going to work these many hours, I'm going to shut it off and go home. That's all great. And if you're able to do that, fantastic. Good for you. Good for you. That's fantastic. But in order to get ahead, unfortunately, you actually do need to work much harder than everyone else, or they're going to pass you by. VFX is, I would say that VFX is probably the worst out of the three. In terms of trying to maintain a quote-unquote work-life balance, as we say. At the very least with comics, at the very least with YouTube, you set your own schedules. You make your schedule, okay? But at the same time, if you're not there yet, for example, YouTube, if you're not there yet where you're earning enough for your family, YouTube's a hobby until you can make enough money for your family, your living expenses. And it is hard, guys. Trust me. YouTube wasn't a living wage for me until 5 years in. 5 years. 5 years in. So until then, you have no work-life balance. You're trying to make it work. At the same time, you're actually working to pay the bills. So I wish there was an easy answer to that. There really isn't. Same with comics. Comics is hard, man. Comics is hard. I don't know. There's very few artists who could get away with just working a couple hours on a page in comics. It's very rare. Like, those are the Todd Knocks of the world that could bang out a page in like an hour, 2 hours, right? They're very rare to do. If you're able to do it, great. That's fantastic. You're able to do it in a way that people will like it and buy it. Fantastic. Good for you. Most of us can't do that. Like the average, maybe 6 to 8 hours per page, if you feel like drawing. And then sometimes you don't feel like drawing. It's tough. It's very, very tough. So it's a very hard question to answer because I haven't found that job. Like, I think YouTube is the closest one to a work-life balance. In VFX, it depends on the place you work at, too. There was one place I worked at in VFX where I actually had to go home at 5 because nobody was there. There was only one place. They're called Method Studios now. Back then, they were called CIS. That was the easiest place. They overhired people. And that's very rare to see in the industry. They overhired. So there are times people would come in and they have nothing to work on. And, that was probably the easiest place I worked at in visual effects itself. So again, depends on the company. Video games aren't bad. I think it can be a little bit better on the video game side if you work video games, and it's longer term. But of course, just like anything else, when crunch time's there, you're working late, you're working long hours. They'll pay you for the overtime, but that is what it is. So it really depends. But there's hard to say this is the definitive. You're going to get the both out of both worlds. It's really up to you and how you're able to approach things. So, hope that helped. Let's see here. From Webmaster, can you draw Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse? If it's not, I'm just going to wait for Lego Venom Mech. Yes, we will do that Lego Venom Mech. Unfortunately, my Lego videos aren't doing well at all, guys. But then again, they are very, very experimental, so I understand. And it's something that my channel's not known for, are these big Lego videos. So it will take time to find an audience. Those videos. That's the problem. When you go experimental, guys, with your YouTube channel after you've been doing the same amount of thing after a while, new ideas don't do well when you start off. like you, but you do new ideas to try to stay relevant, to try to hopefully gain, keep your channel fresh in that sense. Um, I think the Lego Venom mech might work, but we'll see. We'll see. Lego is huge for sure, Apple. But I think it's more um, people just aren't used to it on my channel yet. So I gotta wait for it to, for the algorithm to kick in, and hopefully it will. But yeah, my youngest daughter, Apple knows my youngest daughter. She loves it. Like I used to not buy Lego because my older two, every time I buy them Lego, next thing I know, they're just on the floor and I'm stepping on them, and they never finish it. My youngest daughter loves putting together Lego. She absolutely loves it. So there you go. Quick question, Mr. Flaxen Waxen again. Love that name. Which company do you think currently does the best VFX? LucasArts, Industrial Light and Magic. Well, ILM, of course, is like the industry standard. It's probably the most well-known, ILM, in terms of their visual effects. That's hard to say. It really is, because I always tell you guys, you never know what's a visual effect. Like, you only know when it's like a sci-fi movie, right? When it's a sci-fi movie, when you know it's something that has to be real, but you don't understand that sometimes 90% of what you think is real is not. It's a visual effect, but you just don't know because nobody told you. So there are a lot of companies who do those type of things, right? That's more impressive to me when they make a visual effect and you had no idea it was a visual effect. You thought it was a real set, or you thought it was a real car, or you thought it was a real person, but then you find out later it wasn't. Those are the visual effects that really impresses me in that sense. Like, for example, Life of Pi by Rhythm and Hughes, a company called Rhythm and Hughes that unfortunately went bankrupt after that movie. That's a documentary you got to watch, guys. If you ever wanted to find out because you're artists, and some of you might want to get into doing movies. That's a documentary to watch. Like, what's it really like in the visual effects industry? And Hughes got bankrupt after they won the Academy Award. They won the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects. They started talking about the bad parts about the visual effects industry, and then they got played off. The Oscar played them off. And then their company went bankrupt. Because I always say, man, I always say, visual effects artists really do get the short end of the stick because they have no choice. Because I would love to see a visual effects strike. I would love to see it. Because then people will see how badly these shows need visual effects. I would love to see a visual effects strike. It will never happen. There's no union. But I would love to see it just so people can see how valuable visual effects are to any project. Right? But it will never happen because it's not unionized. It's unfortunate. You think they'd be able to produce any superhero movie without visual effects? No way, man. There's no way. They would put Hollywood at their mercy if the entire visual effects industry said, "Nope, we're stopping until you guys give us a guaranteed fixed deal." Stand still. Nobody could do anything. Nobody would be able to do anything. A lot of TV shows rely on visual effects, and you don't even know it, right? So it's one of those type of things. So, fun fact: Jacksepticeye is Poppy Playtime. It's on Poppy Playtime. That's a fact. Let's see here. More questions here. Okay. It's another fact. Lay likes adding facts. She always likes that, or he. Like, always adding facts. Leo always likes adding facts. Thanks for the facts. You take the good, you take the bad, you take the good, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. The facts of life. The facts of life. Anyway, so what should I draw next, guys? Should I draw the next big one here? And actually, there's a reason I'm drawing it in this way, guys. In this way. But I think maybe I'll do Diamond Hand next, but I don't know if I could finish it in time. We got 3 drawings here. Now we might do Diamond Head. I might do Diamond Head or Accelerate here. Let's do Diamond Head. I think I want to do Diamond Head, but I'm just afraid I'm not gonna finish him in time because Diamond Head or Accelerate. I could probably do a really fast Accelerate, but let's do Diamond Head. Let's do Accelerate. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start Diamond Head. This is probably the last character we're going to be doing today, guys. Diamond Head. Because also, if I could get Diamond Head done today, great chance we're going to finish tomorrow. If I could get Diamond Head done today. So let's do Diamond Head here. Take the good, you take the bad, take the good, and there you have the facts of life. Was it? I think I saw earlier. Was it somebody's birthday? I think I saw earlier it was somebody's birthday yesterday. I think I saw earlier. Somebody's birthday. I thought it was somebody's birthday yesterday. But I do. If it is somebody's birthday, though, I don't want to. I don't want to sing happy birthday if they're not here. What's the point? They should be here. Their birthday. They should be here. Happy birthday. I'm going to have crystal veins here. Crystal veins. Crystal veins. How do you keep track of, from Gabriel says, how do you keep track of every body part of each character, especially when they're behind each other? That's experience. I would actually rough it out. Like if I was starting off, I would actually rough out the whole thing, even behind, over this character in pencil, just so I make sure that the proportions are all correct. But again, that's more experience. That's more from doing so much art and then understanding how it works. Now, again, it's not like it's perfect or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying my artwork's perfect way to do it. But for me personally, that's how I'm able to do it. Legend Spatali? Avatar 1 and 2 in a Marvel style. Yep, I probably will do that for sure. Not today, but maybe now. Like for example, I do want to do a new Avatar piece. Number one, because last time I didn't put Appa in there, and a lot of people are like, "Where's Appa?" So I want to make good on that. Appa's got to be there. I want to make good on that. So there you go. Hi AJ. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. So let's go back to the community chat. See if there's anything new here. Okay. So Mr. Flaxen Waxen again says, "Have you done a Final Fantasy piece yet? Any game would be cool, but I imagine a lot of people would like to see Final Fantasy VII Cloud versus, how do you say that? Sephiroth? Sephiroth? Is that how you say it? Thing in your style." I remember back in my day, back in 2000s, I remember when that Final Fantasy movie came out that bankrupted, was it Square? I forgot the company that did that movie. But I remember that was the first time they were trying to make really, really realistic CG characters. Like they were trying to make them photoreal CG characters. And for the time, for 2000, that's way before a lot of you were born. For the time, it looked phenomenal. Now, they did look like mannequins talking because our technology was not there yet. But for the time, it looked phenomenal. But the movie just did not do well. It completely bombed. And it lost so much money because they would literally hire people at gigantic salaries, fly them. They produced it in Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken. They produced it in Hawaii, the movie. Paid people absurd amount of money, put all their production in a very, very expensive place in the world to make it happen. So they spent way more money than they should have on this movie, and it just bombed. Movie bombed. People didn't take to it because it was too real. People couldn't relate to it. They would have been better off trying to do like an anime, like a quasi-realistic anime style, I think, than trying to do they wanted to do like a completely digital double environment. Well, they didn't really need to, but they were trying something. So I always commend people to try something, but it just didn't work out, and it forced the company to go bankrupt at the time. Yeah, Spirits Within. That's right, Mr. Flaxen Waxen. Spirits Within. That's the one. Because if you look at still frames of that movie, phenomenal. It looks so real. For that time, especially. It's like 2000, something like that, 2000, 2001. Looks so real for that time. But when you actually watch them in motion, it's like, it's like watching plastic, right? We always talk about the uncanny valley. Just didn't work. So, will I do a Final Fantasy piece? Maybe. We'll see if you guys vote for it. We could definitely do something like that. Right? So. Lay put some facts about Lego in there. Right on. You're talking about the Advent Children movie. It was great, but most people didn't like it. Yes. Is that the Spirits Within? That's what you're talking about, that LED flashlight? Yeah. I thought it was okay. I really did. But they were really hoping that it would have been a franchise. They really, really, really wanted it to do well. They really, really wanted to do well. But this. Do I like spam? No, Lane's talking my language now. Do I like spam? Oh, yeah. I like the spam. I just came back from Hawaii, guys. Went to the Hawaii in the summertime. Spam City, my friends. Love the spam. Can't go wrong with spam. Spam is the plan. Spam from the man is the plan. There you go. Where's the music? Where's the music at? Just hearing me tell weird jokes. So, guys, if you want to ask me a question that I will actually answer, go to the community tab. Okay, go to the community tab and ask me there. I'm going to be streaming for about maybe an extra 30 minutes, guys. 30 minutes tops, and then I gotta take off for the day, and then we will continue this tomorrow. Let's see here though. Legendaire Spatial says Ninjago in a Marvel style. Absolutely, we'll be doing that. I showed you guys the other day. I bought this Lego Ninjago set quite a while ago. And I definitely want to do that. Also, I have a friend. His name is Brick Legends. I'm not sure if any of you guys heard of him. Brick Legends, but he's been killing it. Brick Legends has been killing it on his channel right now. Brick Legends, and we might do a little collab where I'm going to draw one of the things that he put together. Brick Legends, like he has this one from Ninjago, this very, very, very cool mech from Ninjago that I want to put together. Though I do want to give a shout out to my buddy Christian Popcross, who's been doing a lot of Ninjago videos recently. Again, I always say that one of the hardest working men in YouTube right now, my buddy Christian. So Popcross Studios, if you guys seen Popcross Studios, he's doing a lot of what's it called? He's doing a lot of Ninjago stuff right now. So go check it out, man. Check it out, man. Okay, LED flashlights is back. I'm back. LED flash flight. I keep saying flashlight. I want to say flashlight, but it's flash flight. Flash Flight says, I'm back to ask any DC characters you find cooler than most Marvel characters. I love it when you're trying to get me canceled there, my friend. There you go. I'm trying. Well, here's the thing. They're unique, right? It's like you don't find things that are comparable on both sides, right? There's only one Iron Man, and that's on the Marvel side. There's only one Superman, and that's on the DC side. Like you could have your ripoffs, but it's but they're very unique in what they are. Like you could have similar origins, you could have similar power sets, but they're unique and cool in their own way. Like I don't see a character like Batman in Marvel. Of course, you could argue maybe Iron Man, like same type of backgrounds, but they're very different characters at the same time. So I don't find anyone cooler per se. I wouldn't find anyone cooler per se. Because the more obvious ones are the ones that are very, very similar. Like, for example, Aquaman and Namor. You'll always find those two put together. You'll always find those two put together because, of course, the Atlantis connection. Which, of course, they changed to Talocan for the movie. Smartly so, I think. Even though, technically, they invented Namor first before Aquaman was created. But smartly, I think that was the wise move to take Namor out of Atlantis. Though my buddy Apple did tell me that Mayan culture has ties to Atlantis, so it does make a lot of sense. So yeah, I really don't like the pitting one against the other type arguments. Because, why can't you like both? Why can't we like it all, guys? Why can't you like it all? Why can't you like both Marvel and DC? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Why can't we just be fans and enjoy what we enjoy? You know? Hugo Ferron with a accent aigu on the E. Hugo Ferron says nothing to ask, but keep it up. It's so good. Thank you very much, my friend Hugo. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Again, hopefully this is better than the first one I did. The very ones I did the first time around. That's all I could ask for. Is that it's better than the first time we tried to do this. Which I also did in 2 days. So Hugo Fadon. There you go. Elijah again. Kirk is in the Guardians of the Galaxy. How he went from Gilmore Girls. Yes, that's right. Kirk, yep. To being the most useless man ever to protecting the Guardians of the Galaxy with Star-Lord. I liked Kirk. I liked Kirk in Gilmore Girls. He was one of my favorite characters in Gilmore Girls. Actually, you know what? I will change. You know when you asked me before my favorite Gilmore Girl character? I'm going back to Kirk. Kirk was always funny. I love Kirk. Also, Sloop threw in a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Sloop. I appreciate that. Thank you, my friend, for your support. Really appreciate that. And wonderful avatar there. What is that? A cactus? Cactus with a lot of legs? What's that? So, I actually almost did an interview with Kirk. So Kirk, you don't know, it's James Gunn's brother who plays Kraglin in Guardians of the Galaxy. But he was also in Gilmore Girls. I was actually supposed to do something with him at, I think it was GalaxyCon. But then last minute, it turned out I couldn't go to GalaxyCon anymore. Last minute, I couldn't go. I think it was because of the Star Wars mural. That's why I couldn't go. So I had to cancel my interview I was going to do with Kirk. Which I was really sad about because I was a big fan of Kirk. I was really sad about that. But yeah. So that is my favorite Gilmore Girl character. Let's take that back. I'm going to Kirk. Kirk over Luke. Kirk over Luke. Okay, so next question. So again, guys, I am prioritizing the community tab. So if you want to ask a question that I will answer right away, I will definitely. Of course, the priority is the super chat. If you throw out a super chat, like my friend Sloop here, Sloop, if you have a question, why don't you go ahead and ask your question, Sloop? I will. It's a cactus and an octopus. Okay, there you go, Sloop. Thank you. But again, thank you so much for the super chat. If you have a question, Sloop, by all means, go ahead and ask, and I'll answer that right away. But for the rest of you, if you want to ask me a question, go to the community chat. Go to the community chat or community tab and ask me the question there, and I will definitely answer your questions. Here, I will be streaming for another 20 minutes or so. So we'll see how far I get on Diamond Head here, and we'll see how far I could get tomorrow, guys. We'll see how far I could get tomorrow. So. What would the founder of Lego think of Ninjago if he's still alive? I don't know. I don't know. If it makes money, I'm sure he'd like it. Let's see here. Next question here. Oh, yes, Mario. I apologize for that. For all of you still waiting, again, I was extremely sick yesterday. My apologies, guys. I will do my best to get single one of you who requested for a commission. I will try to get back to you today, okay? I will try my best to get back to you today, all right? Please do be patient with me. I know some of you will want it for the holidays, so I will do my very best to try to get those requests or answer your messages later today, okay? Thank you, Mark, for the reminder. I appreciate it, buddy. So thank you very much. Let's see here. Okay, so. This arm is going to be interesting because, it's completely made of crystal, right? But I still want to get these veins in here somehow. I'm going to do crystal veins. Is that even possible? From Natran, my buddy Natran. Are you a Ninjago fan? Have I watched Ninjago? I haven't actually watched Ninjago. I can be real with you guys. I'm gonna see you out like, I'll watch all of Ninjago. No, I haven't, but I love the toys, especially the mechs. The mechs are so cool that So maybe I will watch it before we actually do. I'll watch the movie before I do it, but even before I do the one I bought, I might do the one with my friend Brick Legends first, because it's actually going to take a fair bit of time to do that one. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me now? I don't know why my other mic went off, so I'm not sure if this is loud enough. You can tell me if it's loud enough or not. Can you hear this one? Can you hear me? Not much better? Okay. It's not going to be as clear as the other one, I don't think. But maybe I could turn the volume down. But it's okay. We're only going to stream for another 10 minutes or so anyway. But music is off anyway. Okay. It's okay now? All right. Yeah, for some reason my Yeti there stopped working. It happens from now and then. But I will say, so to Hugo, I was just talking about muscles and how I have none. That's all I was talking about. But again, muscles, muscles has always been a symbol of power, and that's why I always like to see my characters with muscles. So I get the chance to draw them with gigantic muscles. That's what I'm going to do. All right. So, well, we go ahead and we got to finish off this diamond head. I think we can get diamond head somewhat finished here, especially since his uniform is actually black. So I'm jacked. That's right. Thank you, Elijah. Elijah says I'm jacked. There you go. Next question. LED, what's your opinion? Oh, somebody wants to start a fight here. Somebody wants to start a fight here. What's your opinion on the current phase of the MCU? Yeah. Let's just say not as good. Not as good, but at the same time, they're world building, right? They are world building. They are, and you guys are saying the others. Hold on, let me try one more thing, guys. But I don't want to take out my camera. see if this works. Yes. That better, guys? Much better? Okay, that should be better. That should be better. I am giving them the benefit of the doubt because they're world building. They're trying to build this multiverse world. But let's admit it's not as good. And they're trying a lot of things. I think it's a quantity. Like, there's a lot of problems. But I think it's a quantity problem more than anything else. They're not concentrating on, like, before it was just like a few movies a year, right? 2-3 movies a year, and that was it. And now when you got all these TV series, you got all of these TV series going on, and, you know, they're all trying new things. And then Kevin Feige's being, even admittedly, is being spread thin. The quality is going to go down. And I think it is a quantity over quality problem right now with Marvel. Okay, will it change? You know, I want to see where it goes. They're saying it will all make sense at the end of it, so we'll see. We'll see. But I don't know. I am unsure, my friends. I'm unsure. Hold on. I'm unsure. So, you know, I'm still here. I'm still watching every show. I didn't actually watch all of Miss Marvel. I know exactly what happens in it. I didn't watch all of it. I have to go back and watch all of it. In terms of, I didn't watch Werewolf by Night yet. Like, there's a lot of stuff I haven't watched. Most of the part I watched everything else. I watched Wakanda Forever. I thought it was all right, but it is missing that spark. It is missing, and hopefully they'll get it back. Hopefully they'll get it back. Like, again, we're just in phase 1, ending off phase 1 right now, or phase 4. Let's see what phase 5. You know, once we get more introduced to Krang, to Kang, and see his role in everything, and maybe, you know, that will make things better. But as of right now, not as strong. Not as strong. But again, it's early. We'll see. We'll see if that helps. Okay. So we got about maybe another 10 minutes, guys. Let's try to finish off Diamond Head here, and then we are going to see that. Elijah says, "How much for a commission do you give discounts to kids? I'll give you my life savings for a commission." First of all, save your money, my friend. Save your money. It's all about my time at the end of the day. So it does need to be worth my time there, Elijah. And you know what? You know what the harsh reality is? Sometimes if I do give discounts to kids, which I don't mind, sometimes parents take advantage of that. Like, I'll give you an example. When we were at a con, I have a friend who does free sketching for kids. So what do they do? Parents make their kids go to them to get a sketch, but the parents really want the sketch, not the kids. So just to discourage that, yeah. So as much as I would like to, it's my time as well. Like my time, you're paying for my time. It's not really sketch. You're paying for my time. So as of right now, you know, I say throw in, if you want a commission, go to my site. There's some questions I ask you, like how much you're willing to pay, what you actually want, and I'll tell you if I can do it or not. And if I could do it, great. If I told you I just don't have the time to do something like that, that's great too. Like, I'll just give you an example of what's not enough. I'll give you an example of what's probably not enough. Someone messaged me for a commission. A mother. She, and again, she probably just doesn't know how much these things go for because I leave it open. I say to you guys, how much do you want to pay? How much do you want to pay? What do you want? When do you need it by? Like stuff like that, right? And this mom, probably her child, is a big fan of mine, and she wanted to get him a nice gift, which is fantastic, which is great. But she wanted me to draw like 100 characters, the same size I did my Superman piece. So that's 3 comic book boards. Wanted me to draw over 100 characters on there, fully colored, for $50. Yeah, $50. That Superman piece took me like 1,000 minutes, so 16 hours. So what's 60, almost 17 hours. Let's just say 17 hours. 17 divided by so $50 divided by 17. That's like literally you're asking me to work for $2 an hour here. You know what I mean? I want to help your son. Like I really do. And again, to that mom who asked that, she probably doesn't know how much these things are worth. Like you go to the store, the mall. You go to the mall, and you could probably buy a painting for less than $100. Less than $100. But in the original art world, they go for more than that. They do. So now, if you're a kid and you come up to me in in a con, chances are I would do a sketch for you for free. I would. Like a very quick one. I'm not going to give you something like this. I'd give you like a quick minute drawing, like an extremely fast drawing. But I would. Definitely for kids, I would. So if you're looking for an original piece of art from me, for cheap, and if free is cheap, the best place to find me is a convention, a comic book convention there. Probably wouldn't be something I would mail out there. I forgot who asked there. Elijah, right? So it wouldn't be something mail out. Your best chance is if you see me at a con, and I'm not busy like doing another commission or anything like that. And then, if I see you're a young kid, maybe I would do like a very fast drawing for you. It wouldn't be anything elaborate like this, just a very quick like head sketch. So yeah, I would do it for free, but it wouldn't be like something I would mail out. Let's just say that way. But that's the way to get a quote unquote cheaper commission for me, right? So, yeah. 50 divided by 17, Shazad. Not the other way around. 50 divided by 17. So anyway, next question here. Gabriel says, have you ever watched any Studio Ghibli movies? I have. I love Studio Ghibli. Ever thought of making a video about it? That I haven't definitely thought about doing something like that. Like Totoro. I don't know if I'm even saying that correctly. It'd be more fun to do like Totoro as like a mech. I think that would be a lot of fun. Doing something like that. Be very cursed. Something like that there. So next question here. Okay, so we're winding down here, guys. It's one of those things where I'll probably add more tomorrow. As you can see, I went very rough on the diamond head here. I want to clean that up quite a bit, but yeah. So we'll see. Okay, let's do rapid fire, guys. Rapid fire. So for those of you who don't know, if you're new to my stream, rapid fire, now's your time to go into the community, the regular chat, the live chat, and ask me your questions there, and I'm going to answer them in rapid fire style. Okay, so you got a question you want to ask me, No need to go to the community tab anymore. Just go to the regular chat, and I will answer as many as I can while I try to just add just a little bit more detail to here. Okay. Rate Transformers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. Lay, I haven't heard of that person. Okay. Do a Gilmore Girls. Elijah loves the Gilmore Girls. And I appreciate that, my friend. And it's good that they show Gilmore Girls in South Africa. Or in Africa, where you are. But again, the answer is no. Because, again, it's not because I wouldn't love to do it. It's because nobody else would love to see me do it. So, there you go. Shazad said, for next poster Friday, can you do the Spider-Man No Way No Home poster? Not yet, my friend. We're going in order. We're going in order of Phase 4. So we did WandaVision last Friday. So this Friday we are doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That is the next one we're going to be doing, okay? Now, again, if I'm able to finish this by, just say tomorrow, if I'm able to finish it by tomorrow, we might do a bonus movie poster day this week. And I might even do Loki as well. But we'll see. Okay, let's see here. Mohammed Wael says, how about drawing something to put in the White House? I don't know if the White House would like my drawings or not. I'm not sure. Natron says, rate Black Panther Wakanda Forever 1 to 10. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I will give it a 7. I will give it a 7. Thumbs up movie for me. Definitely not without its problems, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. So I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. And again, if you didn't like it as much, that's fine. But if you liked it way more than I did, that's fine too. So, to each his own, as we say. Samir Badi says, do you like football? FIFA World Cup is happening right now. Not the biggest footy fan, as we say, or soccer where I'm from. But I believe Canada is in the World Cup this year, so I will be keeping an ear to the ground, though that doesn't mean I'm going to actually be watching a game. Though maybe I'll watch with my son. I'm not sure. My son loves football, so we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Let's see. Elijah, how do you get over art block with a ladder? We talked many times about getting over art block. Very hard to do. Take a break, walk around, try to get inspiration any way you can. That's really all you could do, but it's really hard to do that. Let's see here. You're talking more World Cup. Madam C. Gamer, I wouldn't be surprised. Have I responded to commission requests? My apologies, Knuckle Sandwich. My apologies. I am going to do that today. I know I said I'd do that yesterday. I was very sick yesterday. I'm feeling much better today. So hopefully I could get to that today. Okay. Knight325. Thoughts on making a series where you make your own designs on superhero custom for DC or Marvel? Maybe not. Probably not. I'm not much of a designer, guys. Like, I'm nowhere near the skill level as my friends Andy Park and Anthony Francisco. Nowhere near. But, you know, again, maybe if you guys have designs, we could figure it out. But as of myself doing it, probably not. Being honest with you dudes, or you, my friends here, probably not. So, thanks for noticing my comment. You're welcome, Shazam. Watch all my videos. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. How about drawing your own manga? I'm not as good as manga as my friend What Manga. You guys might know What Manga. He's doing mangas. Probably not again. It's not a style I like to do. And even drawing comics in general. It's a lot of work, and it's just something I'm not very interested in doing at this point in my career. So there's lots of artists who are able to do that, but probably not for myself. let's see here. Would you ever create your own comic? Same reason for the manga. Same thing. I did that already, Webmaster. All good. Just hoping my message didn't get lost because I had to refresh the page. No. I believe I got your. I think I do remember your request. Not saying much. I just didn't get a chance to respond. So you're not the only one. I did respond to any. So don't think you're the only one. So there you go. Let's see here. So let me just go ahead and draw the symbol. I think we're good to go for today, guys. I think we're good to go for today. And thank you for joining in on the stream. Thank you for voting. Thank you for voting for Ben 10. It's you guys that did this. A lot of you are blaming me. Why are we doing this again, James? Because you guys voted it. You guys said. Now, of course, I did put it in the poll. So that's on me. I did put it in the poll. But it was something I wouldn't mind drawing again. So that's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to do a better one than the one I did before. Maybe you guys could tell me, am I doing a better job than the one I did before? I don't know. Very subjective. Very subjective, but you guys could tell me if it's better than the older one. But again, we're gonna add a whole bunch more tomorrow. Okay, let me just do a little bit of racing, and then that's pretty much it for today. We were able to get about 4 characters done today. So the other ones shouldn't be as long as this because they will be a bit smaller. It will be a bit smaller. So let me do that. How are you so jacked? J2 Sketchy, you think comics are superior to manga? Somebody wants to start a fight, and I'm not starting it. I'll tell you that much. You're on your own with that comment there, J2 Sketchy. Yes, sketchy person. Carrie O'Neill, have you done Battle of the Planets? I have not. I remember back in the day, Alex Ross, who's a huge Battle of the Planets fan, worked with Top Cow to do a Battle of the Planets series. I know because my friend Jo Chen, she did a whole bunch of the covers. I don't know if she did the interiors. I forgot if she did the interiors to that series or not. But we'll see. Are you doing all 10 aliens? Ven says. Yes, I am. But we're gonna do that tomorrow. Okay. Do I know Beauty and the Beast? Of course I know Beauty and the Beast. Love Alex Ross, one of the best comic book artists. I agree. And my friends, that is it for today. Okay. So this is what we did today so far. The little gray matter here, forearms. Of course, Ben, muscular Ben here, and Diamond Head. Okay. And then we're gonna try to get to the rest tomorrow. I think we could actually finish. I think we could finish this tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we could finish this off tomorrow. Okay. So unless I actually have a better idea for the extra day, I think the extra day will actually be doing another piece for the movie poster things. So that's what we are going to do. All right, guys. Okay, guys. Thank you guys for joining in. You guys are the best. Thank you for joining me for this Ben 10 drawing with a rolling R. Drawing. You guys are the best. Okay, so make sure that you subscribe, do that fun stuff, hit like, share with your friends, and then draw with me every morning. Okay, we're having a lot of fun. Okay, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Give me a high five here, guys. High five here. High five here. There you go. There you go, my friends. And please do take care of yourselves. My name is James. I am the box office artist. It's here to say keep drawing. I'll see you all tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.